These are the most important components for this program. If anybody is interested in the health program, through Mr. Pastor Femi, you can come along. If whether you have experience in the health sector or not, we have a training for care assistant, health care assistant program that we take online every Saturday to make sure that this gap is covered. So it's very important that before you can go for this program, you must have some English language proficiency in form of IELTS or ECTIS. ECTIS is a body. If you are a graduate, you don't need to, you might not need to do IELTS. All you need to do is to go to the ECTIS website, then upload your certificate, your transcript, and a letter from your school to say that you had your study in English language. So that is why either you do the IELTS or the ECTIS. That is to cover those components. Then before we can get you a sponsorship, you must have you must have gone through our courses, and our courses are all these courses that we offer every Saturday come with certification. It's about 61 modules, CPD certification, which includes safeguarding, which include communication skills, awareness of mental illness, awareness of dementias. These are the products that we will teach you before you can apply for this healthcare issue program. I love my class to be interactive because I want us to be interactive in nature so that we can enjoy this session. Is there any question from anybody so far?
Hello. Thank you, Captain, for allowing me. Really appreciate that vital information given to us on healthcare. Please, do you have anyone with information? Sorry, do you have anyone who has questions to ask? Like what he said, he made mention of the importance of the healthcare system in UK. Then what are the requirements? What are those things you must have before you come? He talked about high ELTS. He said you must have proficiency in English language. Sorry. Then he talked about if you don't need prior knowledge to healthcare, even if you are not a nurse or you are not an health worker here in Nigeria, you don't need all those experiences or knowledge. You can just apply. He mentioned the name of the website where you can apply. And if you can't get the website, you can easily come to our office at room 18, Radio Canteen. Then we give you pathways to all those things. Then, okay. You also talked about if you are a graduate, he said it's going to be an advantage to you if you are a graduate of any university in Nigeria, irrespective of your discipline. You also talked about that. And do you have anyone who has questions for him? Okay. Hello, Captain Fola, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. I'm here.
Good afternoon, sir. My question is yes, sir. Concerning the graduate aspect of not having to do the IELTS, I didn't get the word. Is it ethics? The website to go to
website? Yes, the website is called ECTIS. ECCITS. I can put this on the chat box so that anybody can go there. It's ECTIS.
Okay, thank you very much.
If you go to ECTIS, you can go there. You can read the instruction on how to upload your document. Your transcript must be added, your certificate, and a letter from your English language. All these 3 letters will be uploaded to their website, and you pay an equivalent of £150 in 10 days' time, your letter from ECTIS will come to show that you have been verified. You don't need to do ECTIS once you are a graduate. But importantly, you must have your certificates from your university, your transcript of study, and a letter of English proficiency. Regardless whether you studied in English or not, you must do IELTS or ECTIS programs. Thank you. Thank you. Any other question?
Well done.
Thank you, sir.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, sir.
Okay. When you were speaking, you didn't cost anybody that is willing this health working program. The total, you did not tell us what is the minimum that is writing IELTS must get. What's the minimum? I know there is one for education, there is one for work. Which type of IELTS are they going to do?
Thank you very much, sir. In order to qualify for the healthcare worker, the IELTS you have to do is UKVI General. It has to be UKVI because I've had so many candidates rejected their visa when they do the wrong IELTS. It is advisable you do the UKVI General for the healthcare program. And the minimum band you must get is 4.5 across all the 3 components, which is the reading, the writing, and the speaking. It doesn't matter your overall score, but in all the components, you must have a minimum of 4.5. If you had 6 or 7 in overall, and any of the component is less than 4.5, you won't be granted a visa. What is more important in the issuance of visa for the IELTS is the type of English proficiency you did. But if you are a graduate, you have an advantage. You can go through the ECTIS. So you don't need to do IELTS once you are a graduate. I'm not talking about a polytechnic graduate. I'm talking about a degree. And you did mention, sir, the overall cost. And this varies because it is expected that the employer will be the one to pay. Normally, I repeat this, it is expected that if you are a professional and I am your employer, if you satisfy me, I will be the one to make sure that I pay for your expertise. But that's not the case, sir. Because most employers will tell you they cannot sponsor this program for you. And the other part of it, I think on a private, we have to discuss this on a private issue because this varies from one employer to the other. So if anybody wants to know how much it costs, I will not be opportune to say this online because this varies from one employer to the other. Because I don't want anybody to quote Pastor Femi that he said this is the cost, and at the end of the day, it's not. Pastor Femi's program has been one of the programs I respect because he's so firm, he's so honest, and he doesn't mix words. If you are not honest, you cannot work with me, Pastor Femi. So I don't want a situation whereby we will quote you a price and it changes. That is why it is not about one cap fit all. It's about every individual. When it comes to the pricing part, it is different ball game. That is why I said what is important is if you meet the requirement, then we can talk about the other cost. Thank you.
That is quite wonderful, and we really love that. Please, can you give him a round of applause? I don't know whether any of us ask any other question. Okay, your question. There is another question, sir.
Okay, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
My question is for an secondary school that like, what are the requirements? You know, you made mention of those that are graduates. For those that are not graduates, maybe some went to vocational schools and has a technical background. So, like, are they eligible for this opportunity?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Anybody that can read and write is eligible. You don't need great qualification to become a healthcare worker. But most importantly, what you need is your English proficiency, which can come in form of IELTS or FTS. That is why before I can present you for any employer, I must make sure you undergo our training. And this is conducted online. It's healthcare program, and it is an interactive class whereby you will meet up with so many scenarios. So we do that for 6 weeks. You attend it every Saturday, 10:30 every Saturday for 6 weeks. And between that 6 weeks, if you are serious, we can find you a company that will sponsor you with a certificate of sponsorship course. So whether you have a health background or not, if you are interested and you can pass your IELTS, then the rest is, can be done easily. Because like the tuberculosis it's compulsory, a police report, it's compulsory, and the certificate you will get from our training. That is another important, because the embassy will ask you, how passionate are you? What knowledge do you have in the health sector? Thank you.
We thank God for your life, sir. I think a lot of people are really getting one information or the other. I would like to take the last question. And just for your information, for those of you that want to do IELTS, we do it in our office, and is the one that is helping us there. All those who have done it, including my own son, they pass it excellently. So it's a thing you can do, and it is always online. You don't need to go to any class, and it is once or twice a week at your own convenient time on your laptop. It's very easy, very affordable. So if you want to join that, you let me know. God bless you. Yeah, last set of questions, because of our time. We still have a lot of ground to cover.
Good morning, Captain Fola. Please, I just want to find out if there's a age limit for health worker, please. If there's age limits. Age limit.
No. So far, so good. We have managed to help people of, up to 55. Although some employers will tell you they will not take anybody above 50. But in the past, we have helped people over the age of 55. Don't forget, if you are a carer, if you are passionate about carer, the older the better. Because the young chaps might not be caring as our nursing mother. And this program covers you and your family and your children. If you have children, you'll be granted like between a 3 to 5 year visa. This depends on the employer. And there are so many opportunities attached to it. Your children will benefit from free education, free medical, and at the end of your 5th year in the United Kingdom, you'll be granted indefinite to remain. So age is no barrier. Provided we can find you an employer who doesn't care about age. But I can tell you, I've managed to help people, somebody above 55, but not more than 60.
Thank you very much, sir, Captain Fola. Thank you for giving us vital information on Healthcare UK. I have a question. The question is, The duration, I don't know if you talked about the duration. If I apply today, the processing duration, it will take like how many months, how many days, or how many years?
Okay, no. Between 6 to 9 weeks, you get your COS and you apply. Once you get your COS, COS is the certificate of sponsorship. It's like 95% of your visa is covered.
Thank you very much, sir.
The only rejection I had so far are people who had done their wrong IELTS. Apart from that, I can tell you authoritatively with I would say 98% rate, a pass rate for issuance of visa with our program.
Thank you very much, Captain Fola. We really enjoyed your time on this seminar. We really appreciate your presence here. And we pray that God will continue to keep you for us in Jesus' name. Thank you very much.
Amen. Thank you.
Round of applause for him again.
Captain, I'll be getting back to you. A lot of people have a lot of questions, so I will get back to you to send their questions. Then we like to apply.
Yes, sir. A little literature.
How much, Kimmy? How much is your 6 weeks?
150,000 naira.
150,000 naira. Thank you. So bless you. I commit.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
I'm very sorry. There's a little rearrangement on the order of list. Please pardon us. And the next on the list now is Facts and Figure by the chairman himself. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, let me quickly give you this. How many people know this country? Eswatini. Have you heard that country before? If you know it, can I see your hand? Huh? I said, do you know it? I'm asking you a question. Eswatini. Yes? South America? No. Yes? Eswatini. Okay, you have not heard it before. If you say you have heard it, Eswatini used to be Swaziland. So it has now changed to Eswatini. It's in Africa, close to South Africa. So that's you.
Thank you, sir. I think I'm just hearing that for the first time. Yeah, I noticed to be Swaziland in South Africa, but I've added to my knowledge now. And while we are waiting for Engineer Paul Akinola from Highland, I would like to take Mr. Abiodun Emmanuel for their own presentation, sir. And
let it be on camera. This is a proof of fund. It has.
Good morning.
Please don't record with your phone. God bless you.
And then after the study, the student are access to post-study visa of 2 years, which they don't have to pay like £2,000 life of in UK. They have to pay normal fee for €300 to get their G1. Then after the G1, they renew twice. Then the second one, they have to encourage them to look for sponsor. And by the grace of God, next year, they will move the healthcare to level. They introduce healthcare into skill program, whereby some students that couldn't get job on the area of their field can move to healthcare and be able to renew. They will not be outcast. Like everybody know, Ireland have one of the best humanitarians, less deportation country, non-police country, peaceful and safe. So every parent send their children over here, you have the rest of assured that you are on a safe hand. The school, the country were all organized. Like I talk about Netherlands, it's one of preventing university people don't get aware. Our visa, our program is running 6 times a year. So we have 3-month program. And the cheapest undergrad program we have is 9,800, including your visa fee and insurance for 1 year. Then our master, your visa fee and your insurance for years. So then when you get the confirmation, we give you an information. Then we assist you to enroll, because the Netherlands embassy doesn't have embassy in Nigeria. So they only have in Ghana. and Cotonou. So we assist you to go and pick up your visa over there. Once the school answers us through the IDN, immigration from Netherlands, we send a letter to the embassy of your preference. They will assist you, and it takes within 1 week to pick your visa up. Then you can enroll yourself. Netherlands allow you to come with your partner. Irish does not allow that. Ireland does not allow that for now. So with Netherlands, you can go with your family, and the student can allow to work and your dependent. There's a clause with dependent going to Netherlands. That's only if you are going for MSc, then your partner, dependent can work. But if you are going for undergraduate, they believe you have enough money to cater for your dependent, and your dependent must be subjected to some kind of training or skill before they can get advantage to work or dependent. But for MSc student, there's a straight job with PhD student. So that's a clause. So the school is almost similar things. And we have a run successful visa once you'll be able to listen to us. And we guide you through the admission to the visa stage. Honestly, we have some difficulty students that the quota based on what we said, our application come out within 2 to 3 weeks. Yeah, which is right. But everybody knows there's a crisis in London now. So there are a lot of people coming to Ireland now. So our admission process now have been moved to a minimum of 4 weeks from 2 weeks due to number of applicants. For you to get your offer, then we now proceed to visa. Thank you. I think I've not overspent my 15 minutes.
Dear brother.
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. That's a very precise presentation. And I want to ask my audience whether they have 1 or 2 questions. You told us, but before anybody raised hand, you told us school in Ireland is 13,000, 14,000 euro per year. I want to ask, must they pay the money once, or the schools there allow instrumental payments? Then you also mentioned that they have 1 admission per year. Netherlands, how many admission or how many intake do they have per year, and how much is their school fees?
Okay, sir. I will take from the Republic of Ireland. Okay, sir. Please, can you mute your mic? Okay. The Republic of Ireland, the school fee range from 7,000 to 14,500, depending on the course you apply for. And based on the new visa rule, due to CBN policy from a delay, the immigration allows students to pay minimum of 6,000 euro deposit from your tuition fee to proceed for you to get your visa. But why we encourage the student to pay the full tuition fee sometimes is because of the area of sponsor, like your bank statement and the supporting document. Because when you pay 50% of tuition fee, the immigration and visa division, the visa officer, they expect so much from you compared to somebody that pay full tuition fee. But the law now said you can pay instrumentally, which means you have to pay 50% of your tuition fees. So which means minimum of 7,000, minimum of 6,000 euro. But the student that go to school that pays 7,000, you have to pay your 7,000 in full. And then the cost of living they expect to have in your account for a year is 7,000 euro, which is living expenses. That is true. So in Ireland, we have public and a private school. The public school that which organized by the government, we only have admission 1 time per year. Then the other private school, we have twice in a year, which is spring and winter. Spring and autumn. That is January intaking, September intaking. So that is that one. Then for Netherlands, we have 6 calendar admission from our partner university in a year. And we only do graduation for 2 times in a year. So we run every 3 months consecutively. And it's very smooth. We have 6 block of lecture. They call it block in Netherlands. So they used to spread, so you can start to spread your, if you are not smart student, or maybe your learning is very slow, the school allow you to spread your study and you are not paying extra. It's the same amount of school fees you have to pay. So that is where I said, but sorry, secondly, Netherlands does not allow you to pay your school fees installmentally. So, like a master student that are having the school fees of 18,900, they allow you to pay 15,000 because inside that 50,000, your visa fee and your 1 year insurance is included, and the school provide you 3 months accommodation because we have accommodation crisis now in Europe. So some school provide temporary accommodation for students for 3 months to when you come to the school to be able to use their address to register, to get national insurance number, bank account, and pick up your resident card. The day after 3 months, you still have to provide, they have to look for their own accommodation. So as an agent that work with the school, that's one of our job, to protect the interest of the students and interest of the school, and to assist students to be able to have a smooth transition into the university. And also we assist students to look for accommodation. We don't run a real estate, but based on my own past experience and present experience and my contact, we always assist all our students with accommodation. None of our students is rendered on the street. For example, in Ireland, some students couldn't get accommodation in time. They have to spend some time at my house before I assist them to get their own accommodation. So any parent trust students on our care, I'm rest assured we are family person oriented and we have the fear of God. So I'm doing this for the passion, the love I have, and not to mislead other students, because I was once a victim about 16 years ago. And ever since then, I try to say what I know to my fellow Nigerians. Thank you so much.
Do we have any question in the house? Engineer, that was very precise. We really thank God for your life. Engineer Paul Akinola is a Nigerian, but he stays in Republic of Ireland. He's a good friend. He's a partner of this company. He's been of tremendous help in assisting students to Netherlands and Republic of Ireland. God bless you, sir. I'm proud to know you. And for do you have any question? Yes, question number 1. The audience are ready for the question, engineer.
Okay, sir.
Thanks so much, Mr. Paul Akinola. You have been saying about the students all the while. Do we that we are looking for work, is there any opportunity in Netherlands and Ireland? That's my question. And the procedure, if yes. Thank you.
Okay. Can I answer that?
Yeah, you can answer that one.
Okay. Yes, there's a job opportunity in Ireland and in Netherlands. Just that they mostly think about the expertise. There's some low level, we call it low income job, but the waiting time and the requirements, it's always very, very strict. And you know, as a Nigerian, we mostly very impatient people, and we only think it works. And me, I don't know how to lie. So if I tell you your waiting time is 10 months, it might come in 1 month. But not in that situation, our background is always different. And what the requirement for this key program is also different. We have some students that come from IT, nursing, that come through us. But out of 100, maybe 65% of them were people to merit. So they charge on merit. So that is why. But the other aspects, it's always 50-50. So we don't really want to work on the skill program like others do, because I wouldn't like to use 70%. Sometimes it make all look like being malicious, and anything that go to tarnish image, we only try to abstain from it. Because it's always, the system is very, very time thinking and zigzag, and it can be little dirty. So we don't mostly, my company, other people do it, but my company, we don't mostly do it. But we only help some students in IT, because I'm an IT guy. So that's my feed. If you're skilled and you are a programmer, you're a developer, and you are a nursing also, If you contact Mr. Femak, then we can assist you based. If you need help, we give you an help, then we can assist for the integration.
Okay, that's very good. Any other question? Okay, I think we are done for that. Engineer, God bless you. Let me tell my audience that engineer has been tipped to become a chief in Oro this coming month. And by the grace of God, all roads lead the, so they saw his contribution in Nigeria all the way from Ireland. He'll be coming to be coronated the Olori Akeweje of Oro land. So that is the chief in the making. God bless you, chief.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. God bless you. Please, a round of applause for engineer. Yeah, next.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you for that wonderful presentation. And I really want to appreciate your presence here once again, for your patience. Some people have been here since morning, since 7 a.m. and some people are just joining us. Eh? You cannot hear me, okay. Yeah, I think I appreciate your presence. You have been here since 7, some have been here since 7, 6, 8, and we really thank you for that. Then, 2 more items on the list. After that, we are done for the day. Without taking much of your time, I would like to introduce what to call on Mr. Andrew Oye, study and work opportunities in United Kingdom.
Okay, let me properly introduce together. He's in charge of, in fact, he was the one acting as the VC, Ekiti State University, or he relocated to UK. And since he got there, he opened an office there, So he's the one that has been handling all our UK admission. And I want you to give him a round of applause. And he got married to this beautiful daughter, all the way from United States of America. Praise the Lord. And I want to quickly say something about Emmanuel Abiodun. You know, he said something I need to add. Every proof of fund he has helped us to undo, all of them has been given granted visa. And it's 100%, and they have never failed us once. When we need millions, the money is dropped with immediate effect. So God bless you. You are in for a wonderful time. So I present Olaoluwa Oyedola. God bless you. The husband of Bumi Oyedola.
She is available if you can afford it. She is available if you can afford it. Well, thank you for that. I'm humbled, and thank you for that wonderful introduction. Like I said the other time, I like to deal with facts because questions that go on in our minds as a rational being is the question of who can I trust? Who can I deal with? Like he rightly said, we started together in Nigeria. And then I have to say this, I came to him as someone who wants to work as a lecturer in that school. But being who I am never satisfied with mediocrity. It got to a stage where people do not even know the difference between who is the owner of that place, whether him or me. And for the 2 years we worked together, and this may shock you, I didn't even ask for salary for one of those times. It's just because if you're talking about people's life, I said it, our leaders have not negotiated something good for ourselves. But we have responsibilities as followers because it's not just about the leaders. If people will say a country always gets the leader they deserve, that shows our personality because the leaders we are talking about comes from ourselves. So if we show to be different in whatever area we find ourselves, If you are in an office and all you do is looking for someone who to bribe you before you do your duty, then you don't have any right to assault or talk about those over there. So that has always been my model. And because I believe I'm a believer in Christ, thank God for my motto. And I will say, despite not asking for salary for one day, even you are not concerned about money, but I know one thing, I've realized one thing about God. When I mean misuse, I need Ọlọ́run yẹn, there are amount, mo bá ṣe ń lò. Ẹlòmíì á sọ pé òun gbàgbọ́ nínú Ọlọ́run. Nígbà tó Ọlọ́run sọ fún yín pé ó ní kò wọ ẹyẹ tó wà lójú òkè. Ó ní, is there anybody providing food for them? Only have they ever gone hungry? But that part, tó bá ti dọ̀rọ̀ owó kò kí ń apply sí wa. Àgbàgbọ́dé wa gbàgbọ́ ní Ọlọ́run débẹ̀. Ní ibi tá a wà lọ́hùn, àwọn yẹn, they are disusing God. Disuse, which means they are not making use of it. They know him, but they are not making use of it. Tẹ́ bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ Ọlọ́run létí wọn, á dàbí pé orí ẹ̀ ò gbé. So either on, either there or here, kò sẹ́ni tó mọ Ọlọ́run lò. So why do we believe in God, and then when it comes to trying the principles of God, we abandon? So anyway, I don't know whether 15 minutes will be enough for me because I'm here to Samuel Mark, but let me start with this. So when I got us in terms of admission, but I am not satisfied with just admission, because when you gain the admission, the journey just begins. It just starts the journey. It is not enough for you to have the admission. What you need is how to make the best use of that admission. Timbafe okada 10 naira, I must have value for it. Nígbà tí wọ́n Nigeria, ẹ ti láti mo ń lò torí pé wọ́n respect customer. Mi fẹ́ sọ nípa ọ̀dà torí orí atẹ́gùn la wà. Àwọn yẹn ò ní wọ́n ní respect for customer. Àwọn yẹn ti jáwó 100 naira mi tí mo ti lọ sọ́fíìsì wọn pé kílẹ̀ dé ta jáwó mi, wọn ò dẹ̀ fún mi ní tọ́bẹ̀rẹ̀. Wọ́n ní tí n bá gba 100 naira wípé àwọn á fún mi ní 10 gig, 100 MB àti 100 minutes. Wọ́n dẹ̀ jáwó wọn dáwó ń padà. Wọn ò fún mi ní tọ́fẹ́. But Salat has always respected me. So I have, what am I saying? Timbana 1 naira, I want value for that money. Let alone you paying a lot of money to school fees, paying a lot of money to travel, and then you not making the value, the best value of that money. So that has always been, it's not just about admission, and that's what helped me to become who I became with him. But what you don't know, I just said it's not just going to be here, coming here alone. How can we, these people, it's not as if they like our face. Whether you like it or not, call it prejudice, call it sentiment, call it tribalism or racism. Ọlọ́run ti arrange life wí pé a lè pàdé èèyàn lónìí kó béèrè lọ́yẹ̀ pé báwo lọmọ rẹ̀ báwo lọmọ ẹ̀ lọ́mọ kó béèrè, which means your family first before anybody. Same thing when you're talking about nation, your nation comes first. So you can't expect a Briton to like Nigeria more than British. No, they don't like our face that much. They are trading with us in business. One fẹ́ fún ẹ ní nǹkan, ìwọ ló máa access. I was talking to that brother the other time. Ìwọ ló máa access ẹ pé ṣé tí mo fẹ́ rà lọ́wọ́ iṣẹ́ worth it. But looking at what they offer and what their environment offers, you discover that it's an investment worth the while. So how do you now get the best out of it? I won't talk about how you get the admission because a lot of people have exhausted a lot on that, and you can ask questions so today about that. But when you get there, what do we do? I am the president of the Nigerian Association in the UK. I started with my own school. They gave me a post to manage the rep for all the, because I'm studying PhD over there. They gave me the rep to represent all the PhD students from all over the world in that school. But when I got that post, like I said, nobody will ask me, so my number one problem should be Nigerians. That's where I came from. Don't let me use Ishoro, but Ishoro in any way. We have a lot of challenges that they are already they want to sort around. Animal rights. Our right to work. I want to sort animal rights long here. So when you pay Ishoro Tiawa, local image. So I have to divert all my strength back to Nigerians. We, in our sessions, we try to not just bring people down there, welcome people and see nobody is the savior of the world. iṣẹ́ Jésù nìyẹn, iṣẹ́. What they will say is, do your best and leave the rest. So we are trying to do our best to reduce pains for people who are there. And that takes me to my father in the Lord you are seeing here. I always say, when you meet this man, or you meet me through him, it's a Lord's arrangement. And Lord arrangement, like I always say, misusing God. Samson was destined to liberate the Israelites, but he never fulfilled that destiny. So to fulfill the destiny is in our hands. So to bá pàdé èèyàn wípé ẹni Ọlọ́run rán sí ẹ lélẹ̀, ó wá kù sí lọ́wọ́ pé kí ni nǹkan wọn tó ṣe, ṣé ó máa gbọ́ràn láti lè rìn tó tó máa tọ́. So we always make arrangements for those who are coming. Part of the arrangements only this is the vice president for ARU in London, this school in London. He was one of the first black, because our Indian, apart from Britons, our Indian will be the second class, although only first class, but they are second class anyway. Our Tawala we are third class, if you even have the third class anyway. So, Britons, then the next are the Asians, Indians and Chinese. They are already having that racist mind. Me, my follow news nipa one Indian. Tori Kwasi Kwarteng ni former vice chancellor, former chancellor. Niba Liz Truss resigned just recently. See the news person, Rishi Sunak. Rishi Sunak is the first Asian, if you want to first Asian Briton to be prime minister. But before he got to that place, want to hold the key posts. Tori wanted okay. I'm going to go the only place I'm every other place you climb little by little. So I want to climb beyond that is to deep want to produce the mayor of London, want to produce the chancellor, want to produce the ministers. That one minister and be anyway. So for I can be Rishi Sunak. Kwasi Kwarteng ojo Magana maybe, but he can love BC to the basi. But he Indian yiri. Although racism were allowed, but everybody don't roll up in you. Into my Solomon Mountain, London, okay. Only lady, only Ogbeni, Ula Jot to be a boy, boy, if no into Mansor or be into the pay. Oriki, oh no, be black in. Kini to my Yenny pay black is expected for black pay command of color. Only superficially black. What do we mean by superficially? Yenny pay blackness, you know. Intelligence here. We are destined to go to Britain or Indian. So what did I be around? So Kila wana leshe to JP, we won't just be there for dear's sake. One of Kanipa Japa, my name is Emilio language Japa, Mimontongo Japa. Apa Ulufeja. To ban Lawson here, Ufelo acquire enough knowledge, resources to be useful to yourself and the nation you are coming from. So this lady, can you hear?
So I've overlooked on it, and it's kind of really nice because I don't think that's ever happened before. Majority of the time, there's a stereotype of just African society, which they do like things like cultural facts and things like that. So it's really nice to see that a Nigerian platform is there, and they're not just about arts and crafts and music. And obviously, it's a fun thing, which is great, and it's just for students in the university, but they're encouraging and helping and supporting people that want to come to the UK or the people that want to.
So mentality yẹn ti wá ṣí sẹ́wọ̀n tó wá ń lo òyìnbó pé ó dẹ̀ ń pọ́n ṣàwó ń bẹ̀ ni wọ́n ṣàwó ń bẹ̀ iṣẹ́ ló fẹ́ lọ ṣe ń bẹ̀. The only difference torí ẹnìkan máa bèrè pé kí ló dé tí wáyé it's not too good for a country pé gbogbo bá ń lọ sọ́run yẹn, but the only difference is tó bá invest 5 years bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn o lè compare 5 years to my invest no pé mo ṣe wàhálà láàrin the next 5 years torí whether you like it bí ọ̀rẹ́ nìkan ni whether you like it or you like it kò sí àyè not there's no option of not 5 years máa dé. 5 years never day, kí ló wá rò pé 5 years yìí kí bó mo ti invest ẹ̀ sí wàhálà tí mo ti láàrin 5 years yìí kí ni èrè ẹ̀ ìyẹn ni kò máa bèèrè after 5 years so that's the purpose of being over there. ó wá ń sọ wípé láti ìgbà tó ń ti máa ń rí anyway tí wọ́n tán ṣe ń bú wa pé we are destined not to lọ́pọ̀lọ́ náà nìyẹn ó ní láti ìgbà tó ń ti máa ń rí Nigerian society art and craft ká ṣáà máa ṣeré ká máa ṣe fọ́ọ̀n gbogbo ní ó ní first time tó máa ń rí tí àwọn èèyàn kan kóra wọn jọ tó ní pé báwo la ṣe fẹ́ lè ran àwọn tó ń bọ̀ lọ torí nígbà tí wọ́n kọ́ débẹ̀ tí mo notice ni pé the same blood tó wà láàrin wa bíbí ó wà láàrin wa lọ́hùn tó ń kálukú ń dá ṣe ilé ayé ẹ̀ lọ́tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ mi ò dẹ̀ lè blame wa Nàìjíríà ló sọ wá dìbẹ̀ Nàìjíríà tó ń pè ní ìyá wa kò kí à ń pa ọmọ wa dẹ̀ tó ń sáré fúnra ẹ̀ pé mo gbọ́dọ̀ survive at all cost that individualistic way of surviving òun náà ló ràn wá dé ọ̀hún yẹn yìí pé mi ò ràn ready àti ran ẹnìkejì lọ́wọ́ tó bá rẹ̀ ẹnìkejì báyìí ní tó máa bó ṣe máa di ayé ẹ̀ ló ń wá máa wá káàkiri rárá dàn bó ṣe máa ràn ẹ́ lọ́wọ́ so wá ní pé this is the first time tó máa rí tí àwọn kan máa jókòó tó máa ní pé báwo la ṣe lè ran àwọn èèyàn lọ́wọ́ tó bá dán yẹn like I said kò sẹ́ni Jésù àṣẹ Jésù we are not here to save the world we are only trying our best to reduce pains for people over there because when you get there are so many things tó bá fẹ́ travel láti Ìbàdàn sí tó bá fẹ́ relocate láti Ìbàdàn sí Èkó gan challenge ní pé kọ́kọ́ dé Èkó bó máa gbé ìbáwo ni iṣẹ́ wo máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ṣe ká má tó wá sọ pé wá move lọ sí ìlú bòmíì a lot of challenges faced but those things are not supposed to be challenges ká ní a bá ń ṣiṣẹ́ papọ̀ àwọn kan ti wà lọ́n tó ti ní lárí tẹ́lẹ̀ those ones can serve as a means for us to settle down so we now come in as a bridge between those who are coming over there and those who are already there to match them together in the home place in here. It's not just about fun, art and craft, party. One in my boring. Today, party on Sabbath, she aratemi. It's about the life she ma better. Into mo no mundo ne. Next person.
And then the plastic thing was one part, and then blue. So the blue was very cheap, so we don't spend a lot. That would be like 4 pounds less.
Ẹ má jẹ́ ń gba táìmù àrọ́pọ̀ ṣe ẹ̀rọ obìnrin tẹ́ ń wò yìí tó bá sọ pé kéèyàn dúró ń tàbá ẹ̀ kí èèyàn bíi tèmi náà ni ẹ̀ máa ń bà láti dún àwọn èjì èèyàn kí láti máa sọ̀rọ̀ bí a ń ṣe training fún àwọn èèyàn débi wípé a mọ̀ wípé kò sí ẹni tí Ọlọ́run dá tí ò dá nǹkan gidi sínú ẹ̀ tó lè mú níláárí tó lè mú ń dà but ebi ò jẹ́ kí a rí náà rí iwájú ó ti di pé ké ẹni tó bá ń sáré bóun ṣe máa jẹun kò tiẹ̀ lè rántí pé bóun ṣe máa lọ síwájú ṣùgbọ́n àwa ò wá drónù yẹn torí a lè jókòó ti ebi fún ọdún 5 torí ọdún 5 yẹn bá pé ebi yẹn náà lásán máa sọ so báwo la ṣe lè develop àwọn èèyàn so a máa ṣe training fún àwọn èèyàn ẹni tó ń ṣe training yìí èèyàn bíi tèmi náà ni not fún èèyàn bíi tèmi ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ni ọ̀fẹ́ ni training yẹn ó máa wá sí Nàìjíríà láti wá ṣe training àwọn èèyàn béèrè pé dróná ṣé ìwọ wá síyàn ni àbí máa ṣe training lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ bó ló ti rí owó bó ló ti ṣe gbẹ̀wọ̀n ni ara ń tàn sọ náà ìgbàgbọ́ Ọlọ́run tẹ́ ń sìn Ọlọ́run tó rán iṣẹ́ ó mọ̀ tó only for every vision there is a provision that means God has made gbogbo tó bá ti fi sínú ẹ ó ti nígbà tó dá Ádámù kò kọ́kọ́ dá Ádámù ó kọ́kọ́ dá gbogbo nǹkan kó tó dá Ádámù gbogbo ohun tí Ádámù máa need ló tó kọ́kọ́ dá síwájú ṣùgbọ́n wá kúrò Ádámù láti gbàgbọ́ pé ṣé gbogbo nǹkan yẹn wà ìgbàgbọ́ yẹn láàní so láti ṣe training pé kí gbogbo yẹn ọ̀nà owó mo lè tọ̀ tí mo fi lè gbé gbogbo tó wà nínú mi jáde láti lè wúlò fún ara training yẹn tí ẹni yìí ṣe ni. adẹ̀tí máa ń ṣe nǹkan kan eléyìí lè máa àwọn èèyàn wà níbi tó lè máa láìké eléyìí ẹni tẹ́mi gbàgbọ́ nú ẹni yìí wípé ó lè mú Nàìjíríà lọ síwájú a máa ń àwọn tó bá jẹ́ politician ńláńlá a máa ń pè wọ́n wá sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn mo ní ẹni tẹ́mi ò gbàgbọ́ náà mi ò lè sign mi I'm president mi ò lè sign signature kókó wá so ẹni tẹ́mi gbàgbọ́ náà nìyí tá a pè pé kí ó wá ṣe lecture fún wa ó wá ṣe lecture kan ó wá sọ̀rọ̀ kan mi àwọn ẹ wá gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ tó sọ. Má jẹ́ take time yìí. In tó ń sọ, ó ní wípé ó bá sọ̀rọ̀ tó rántá pè fún nàìjíríà kókó àdírẹ́sì àwọn Nigerians ká lè béèrè kí ló ní láàkà fún Nàìjíríà àbókẹ́fẹ́ àbúnàtú àbí sàkà máa jẹ ètò ní ilé lásìkò yìí. Ó wá dé wá ní pé ó ní tó ní fún wa ní pé ẹ má bínú ẹ̀yin tẹ́ gbàgbọ́ náà o, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ mi gbàgbọ́ náà ẹ jẹ́ má bínú, mo tọrọ àforíjì lórí yẹn. Ó ní wípé ó ní ní Nàìjíríà ó ní wọ́n rí àwa tí àwa náà yẹn gẹ́gẹ́ bí ATM, àwa ni doctor, àwa ni nurse, tí ara yẹn bá yá àwa la máa pè, tí ebi bá fọ́ ara la máa pè. Ó ní kí ni àwọn nǹkan tí rather than wípé mo wá ń send 10,000 naira èmi ò bá mi bọ́ mo tẹ̀sí rówó yẹn mo wá send sí èèyàn tó bá sọ fún mi pé nǹkan báyìí ló lè ṣe mo ready láti ṣe pẹ̀lú ẹ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá sọ fún mi pé orí ń fọ́ mi pé mo ní 10,000 naira èmi gan ò tí rówó school so má bá dà wọ́n mi ò lówó kan tí mo fún yẹn. So ó ní pé rather than ká máa fowó ránṣẹ́ ó ní there are so many opportunities bíbí tó lè send sí àwọn tó wà Nàìjíríà and that's what I've been doing. Àwọn tí mo ti ṣe opportunity yẹn fún wọ́n yin lọ́n lógo títí dìsìn. Èmi ò lè fún ẹ́ 10 naira tí n bá fún ẹ́ 10 naira wà padà lọ́la. Bẹ́ẹ̀ tí n bá fún ẹ ní nǹkan tó máa fi jẹun ò ní wá disturb mi wà máa yìn mí ní. So n tó ń sọ nìyẹn. Wípé at the end of the day àwa gan àwa di investor enter invest sínú MBB a ní ẹ̀ tó níṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́. So kò ní máa disturb wa fún ohun gan láti máa fún wa ní return. Everybody is happy eventually. Ó ní pé that should be the mindset. And nígbà tó jẹ́ pé tẹ́mi gbàgbọ́ náà náà ni mo ṣe ní pé ọ̀rọ̀ dà ní pé ìrìn wá bára mu. Ara àwọn school tí a máa ń lọ káàkiri. So tí a bá rí wípé kò sí ní ìlú kan pé kò sí ní Nigerian association bẹ́ẹ̀ tó ra wọn pé ìyà tí ìyẹn fi jẹyàn kìí ṣe kékeré tẹ́bà ti ṣiṣẹ́ papọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ Mandela ni ó ní tó bá mú kàkàn tó bá ń nà báyìí ó náà ìwọ gálẹ́ máa dùn ó ní tó bá mú kà méjì ó ní ṣùgbọ́n tó bá dì ká máa rùn papọ̀ ẹni tó bá gbá àwọn òbí tára ń kù sí iṣẹ́ tí iṣẹ́ papọ̀ tó máa ń ṣe nìyẹn. So tá bá dé ìlú kan tá bá rí pé ní school yìí wọn ní Nigerian association á lọ síbẹ̀ ìbìlú tá lọ Chelmsford ni pé àwọn leaders tó wà ń bẹ̀ tó rà tún rí pé nínú ibẹ̀ gan a máa rí táwọn èèyàn kan máa pera wọn ní Igbo association Yorùbá association no èmi ò mọ̀ tán pé bẹ́ẹ̀ ìkan náà ni gbogbo wa we are minority over there ká tún wá nínú minority àtúwá minority àtúwá segregate ìyà yẹn pọ̀ sí bẹ́ẹ̀ tí gbọ́ bá jẹ́ kankan náà tá ń ṣe papọ̀ a lè ran àtẹni tó ń bọ̀ àtẹni tó ti wà lọ́hùn torí kìí ṣe pé ìwọ̀re ẹni tó ń bọ̀ nìkan ni ó ń láti dín jẹ ẹni tó wà lọ́hùn náà ó lè rè tó máa jẹ lára ẹni tó ń bọ̀ gbà fúnra jí onígbà fún gbàdà so báwo ni ogun á ṣe lè ṣe papọ̀ láti lè ràn án lọ́wọ́. So it's not just about when you meet this person it's not just about wípé mo fẹ́ ládùmíṣàn nìkan báwo ni ayé mi ṣe lè yí padà tọrọ kọ́bọ̀ tí n bá ná owó onírú owó níyọ̀ tí n bá kó kọ́ báwo ló ṣe lè nítumọ̀ ní láìfù ní tí àwa dáre lórí ni. Mo ní presentation but I think this is enough presentation in this one. So if you still have questions, there are requirements on how to travel and there are money expected. Mo sọ fún yín pé kì í ṣe pọ́n láì tójú wa business ló ń ṣe. Although àwọn kan yàtọ̀ sí Nàìjíríà wọn dédé dáyé sọ pé torí pé wọ́n fẹ́ gbowó lọ́wọ́ yìí kó wá rẹ̀ tí ò wà qualified kọ́ dédé fún wọn á access òun lọ sọ nípa pé gbéwé ẹ̀ wá káwo pé ṣé ò wà qualified so wọ́n fẹ́ wò bóyá ò wà qualified torí wọ́n ń regulate Gbogbo àwọn organizations, schools, pátá ni government regulate. Tó bá ṣe mọ̀nàmọ́ná, wọ́n gba license lọ́wọ́ wọn, wọ́n ti wọlé, wọ́n wọgbó lọ nìyẹn. So àwọn náà ò ní fẹ́ wọgbó lọ, wọ́n á make sure pé ẹni tí àwọn fẹ́ gbà wípé ṣé ó ní ṣó qualify. And most importantly, since it's business, ṣó lówó lọ́wọ́. So méjèèjì ó lọ papọ̀. So there are money requirements, there are other requirements. So if there's any other question on that, I think I'm open to it to answer. Thank you.
Hello. Thank you very much, Dr. Olaoluwa Oyedola, for a nice presentation. Now, please, do you have anyone in the house with questions concerning what he has presented? Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, for a person that wants to study in the UK, how long does it take a person when he get there to get a job?
That's a brilliant question. Like I said, it's not just about coming there. It's about coming there for a purpose. And when you first get there, there are two ways. One, like I said, they are procedural. That means they follow procedures to do all things. And also, nígbà tí mo sọ pé ẹnìkan fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ nípa proof of fund, mo ní arrangement wa láti máa ran ara wa lọ́wọ́ nìyẹn. Kò síbi tí wọ́n ti ń kó adìyálẹ̀. Òyìnbó tó dẹ̀ ṣe pẹ́ńsù, òun ló ṣe ìrẹsà. But ìrẹsà yẹn, òun ni ò tí wàá mú dáadáa, òun ni gbogbo wàhálà tá à ń ṣe yìí pé. Tí n bá nídìí, tí n bá débi bí, tó bá ti mọ̀ mí rí, tó bá ṣe pé mo ní ilé iṣẹ́, tí mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé ẹni mímọ̀ ni ẹ́, mi ò ní ìdíkọ̀ ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ lọ máa follow gbogbo procedure. Wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ immediately, bẹ́ẹ̀ mi ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ nígbà tí mo débẹ̀ nìyẹn. Torí Ọlọ́run ti pèsè ibẹ̀ fún mi, kì í ṣe pé mo dédé lọ jápa, Ọlọ́run pèsè ilẹ̀, mo sì lọ. Mo yẹ débẹ̀, iṣẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ straight. Bẹ́ẹ̀ tó bá jẹ́ wípé the normal procedure, there are things, there are registration you have to do. Starting from one pè kan ní N9, National Insurance. You have to get national insurance number. You register wípé torí àwọn ò ń ṣe bíbí tó yẹ pé wà kẹ́ máa ṣiṣẹ́ ìjọba ọmọ the only time tíjọba fẹ́ bá anyway má jẹ́ ká sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́ọ̀tì lórí yẹn. Wà register fún N9. Wọ́n wá ní wípé N9 yẹn wà fún wípé tó bá ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ o, a lè máa yọ tax wa lórí iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe. 2, ó dẹ̀ máa ń easier fún àwọn èèyàn, máa ń sọ fún àwọn èèyàn pé kọ́ tó kúrò ń bí, kọ́ lọ sí alágbọ̀n bẹ̀yẹn, kọ́ ṣe police clearance, police criminal record clearance. Torọ́ fẹ́ mọ irú èèyàn tí mo sọ fún yín pé wọ́n retí owó yín ṣùgbọ́n wọn ò dédé fẹ́ gba anybody. Wọ́n fẹ́ mọ irú èèyàn tó jẹ́ pé ṣé kìí ṣe tí wọ́n ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ lè lẹ́wọ̀n ni ó ń bọ̀ yìí. Àrònú lẹ́ẹ̀mejì ká tó gba ọdún kìí ṣe pé ó ń tọ̀ kìí ṣe pé lẹ́wọ̀n ò ní opportunity àbí pé kò ní, but kí lìdí tó ṣe lọ sẹ́wọ̀n irú èèyàn ló ti jẹ́ nísìn ìyẹn ẹ mọ̀ pé that's a longer process wọ́n á investigate tó ń tàn ṣùgbọ́n tó bá ti ní police clearance pé mi ò ní any criminal record mi ò ní any wọ́n dẹ̀ ti clear ní alágbọ̀n mi bí you are good to go wọ́n á kẹ́ gbà yẹn wọ́n ti trust àwọn ìwé wa òun náà lọ ṣe ní ká máa bọ̀ náà wọ́n á gbà yẹn wọ́n á ní pé kó wá ṣiṣẹ́. Also a máa ń san owó kan níbi láti bíbí wọ́n pè ní IHS International Health Surcharge. Ìyẹn ní ìgbà pé irú ẹ̀ ní kí ni insurance kí lórúkọ insurance tó ń ṣe Nàìjíríà ní NHIS irú ẹ̀ náà ni ó kẹ̀jẹ̀ pàwọ̀ òun lòmí bí ni pé òun ń bọ̀ lọ́hùn time tó bá fẹ́ lò wá san owó irú owó báyìí IHS yẹn wípé tí n bá dán o tí n bá ní health issue wọ́n lè tọ́jú mi lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́. Ara àwọn kan tí ibi tí àwọn mo sọ pé investment wọ́n tún bó bá dẹ̀ ti dánmọ́ nílùú mo ní uncle kan tó jẹ́ pé odidi 60 days ló lò ní kó máa nígbà COVID ní hospital tẹ bá rí bí wọ́n ṣe tọ́jú ẹ̀ ọ̀fẹ́ dẹ̀ ní gbogbo ẹ̀ kì í sọmọ nílùú ó náà lọ sọ́run yìí ọ̀fẹ́ òun wọ́n fi tọ́jú ẹ̀ gbogbo yẹn làwa ò ní bíbí. Ẹnìkan sọ pé òun bọ́ra sílẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n bí akin sọ yẹn bí ó náà ń bọ́ra sílẹ̀ pé òun yẹn nìkan wípé wọ́n tọ́jú òun torí pé ìlú tí ó gbádùn wo ló ṣe mọ ní àti mọ ẹnìkan kan tó lè tọ́jú ẹ tí ìwòsàn ọ̀tẹ̀ bá fẹ́ ti wà tí ìtọ́jú bá ti wà onídìí àti mọ Buhari kó tó tọ́jú ẹ so ẹni yìí síkì ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ọ̀nkù mi sí kò mọ anybody rí àwọn ló gbé fúnra wọn lọ tọ́jú ẹ equipment ọ̀dẹ̀ fi tọ́jú ẹ tó bá fẹ́ value ẹ kì í ṣọ̀rọ̀ millions of pounds ó tọ́jú ẹ tán nígbà tó tún tọ́jú ẹ tán wọ́n ní pé ẹ tó ti lo 60 days ní hospital pé ó lè má lè tè rìn wọ́n náà máa wá sílé àwọn wá ṣe machine àwọn wá arrange ilé ẹ̀ tó bí pé a lè máa rìn freely machine la máa fi rìn wọ́n máa arrange inú ilé ẹ̀ láìsan 1 naira bẹ̀rẹ̀ nìkan tí ń bọ́ra sílẹ̀ níbí ọ̀nà àṣàánú wa so there are registrations but àwọn try àti ensure wípé a mú àwọn Nigerians mọ́ra wọn débi wípé tí ó bá dé kò ní dí wípé ṣe máa follow gbogbo protocol àmọ́ bí tá a ti ń bọ̀ àmọ́ pé ẹlòmíì owó onírú oníyọ̀ ní owó lápò ló ti ó ní ìdàtí padà immediately so mo fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ immediately but mo sọ pé ìrẹsà yẹn ò tí ì mú tó a sì ṣe iṣẹ́ lórí yẹn ṣùgbọ́n normally you have to follow some procedures that's the normal you have to follow some procedures do some registrations that may take you like 2 weeks or 3 weeks before you settle down and say you want to start to work. Do I answer your question?
Another question, okay.
Sir, please, I want to ask a question pertaining to all this technical or vocational training in the UK. Is it a must that someone should apply to a university, or it can also apply to a technical or vocational course that will take him at least 1 or 2 years, which will be more cheaper than undergraduate, masters, and whatever? So the second question that I need to ask is it possible for a student to work above 20 hours in a week?
That's another brilliant question. Most of you in Botoshi pencil. Normally, normally 20 hours is the maximum for a student to work. If you are undergoing the procedure I'm explaining to this brother, if you are undergoing that procedure, definitely you have to do things that apply to their legality over there. And legality says you have 20 hours in a week to work. But tó bá mọ èèyàn rí, anyway, òyìnbó tó ṣe pencil ló ṣe rèsà. In tí mo fi down nìyẹn. Sọ̀rọ̀ mi yé yín? Àbí mi ti náà question yín? Ẹ ń gbọ́n rí ni o ṣe yes àbí no?
Has he answered your question, sir?
Are you sure? Okay, what's the other question?
The age.
Vocational studies.
Yeah.
Àwọn oníṣẹ́ wọ́pọ̀ nìyẹn. Anyway, wọ́n máa encourage irú àwọn kan báyẹn. Torí wípé reason being that tí ẹ bá dán, àwọn kan máa ń sọ pé iṣẹ́ tó tà jù iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ ni. Torí pé bíbí kò ṣe ibẹ̀ ń ṣe bí mo gbé fóònù fún yàn kó wá bá mi yẹ̀wò àwa yẹ̀wò lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ tó bá yẹ̀wò nígbà tó wá fogo wákàtí tiẹ̀ yẹ̀wò tán àwa mọ̀ bóyá ó ní problem àbí ó ní problem àwa gbé fún ẹ ṣé o fẹ́ sanwó àbí o fẹ́ sanwó kò sí tó jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Wípé mo fẹ́ yẹ ilé ẹ̀ gan wò pé ṣé pipe ń jò owó ló máa kọ́ san. Wípé mo fẹ́ dirun fún ẹ kì í ṣe 1,000 ìyá kíkẹ́ ń ṣe tiẹ̀. Wàá wo iye hours tó máa lò lórí oúntàn ló fi máa charge ẹ̀. Mo fẹ́ rán aṣọ fún ẹ má rí pé tẹ́bá láwọn èèyàn lọ́n ẹ má rí kọ́ máa ń prefer kọ́ máa ránṣọ mi bí. Tọ́rọ mọ̀ wípé tó bá gbáṣọ fún yàn òbí ìyá kò fẹ́ lọ ra aṣọ tuntun kan ní owó tó máa gbà wẹ́rẹ́ kó fi ràn owó ríran gan ju owó aṣọ lọ. Torí wọ́n mọ̀ pé gbogbo nǹkan wákàtí láwọn ń kà láti ṣiṣẹ́. So àwọn ti máa ń encourage àwọn èèyàn láti ní iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ wípé irú ẹni tí à ń sọ pé kó lọ register onídìí àti ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ máa register kó tó ṣiṣẹ́ ọwọ́ kẹ́ wọlé pé ṣe níṣẹ́ láti ṣe ẹ̀dẹ̀ ṣe ṣùgbọ́n ẹni tó wá fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ fún èèyàn á follow procedures mo sọ fẹ́ nìyí. Bẹ́ẹ̀ o fẹ́ dirun fún yàn so nídìí àṣẹ ló máa ṣe registration kó tó máa dirun fún yàn wàá dirun fún tán wàá gbowó ẹ̀. The only time tó máa nídìí àti lo procedure bóyá tó wá fẹ́ gba shop tó fẹ́ ṣí shop tó wá dẹ̀ máa ṣí shop wà ti mọ̀ pé o ti ń lo oṣù púpọ̀ lọ́run oṣù bí díẹ̀ o dẹ̀ ti dá dúró o ti dá tó tán ló fẹ́ ṣí shop. But every other one mo lè wọlé ẹnìkan kí n sáré ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn kí n gbowó mi kí n dà sápò iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ nìyẹn.
Okay.
Sorry, sir. I want to ask this question. And the question is, nígbà tẹ́ ń sọ̀rọ̀ wákàtí 20 hours to work in a week. Ṣé tó bá yẹ pé mo ti marry nsìn mo níyàwó tí mo dẹ̀ rò pé 20 hours yẹn kéré pé bóyá owó tí màmá rí lè kéré.
ṣé mi ò lè mú ìyàwó mi dání àbáwọn ọmọ mi ṣáwọn yẹn láǹfààní àti ṣiṣẹ́ tó lè jẹ́ kí owó yẹn tún kó tún pọ̀.
That's a brilliant question. Of course, àǹfààní yẹn wà. Àwọn náà mo sọ fún pé business ló ń ṣe. Àwọn náà mọ̀ wípé gbogbo ọ̀nà tí ó máa attract tẹ́lẹ̀ láyé Theresa May kẹwàá kàwé kó máa bá tiẹ̀ lọ ni kò sí nǹkan tó kàn wọ́n pẹ̀lú gbogbo bẹ́ẹ̀ nígbà tọ́jà àwọn òòtà ṣé wọ́n sọ fún pé ìwé tí ẹ fẹ́ kà yẹn mi ò rí kà mí bí ni láti ọmọ ti dán èmi gan mo ń kọ́ wọn bẹ̀ ẹ má jẹ kì í ṣe pé wọn ò ní good educational system better educational system than us good support system they have all those ones tí student bá dé school ọ̀tọ̀ ni tí mo kọ́ class ọ̀tọ̀ ni àwọn support tó wà ní school tí ó lè ràn mí lọ́wọ́ láti di bẹ́ẹ̀ àníyàn bíbí àwọn ní ìyẹn so láti encourage students láti open ojú students sí ọgbà opportunity làwọn dárí wà fún because it's not just about class tó bá ráì lè lo class o lè fail but they provided support for everybody to succeed. In the environment also has provided enabling environment for everybody to succeed. Let me shock you. Mo lọ bẹ̀ mi ò tí lọ́jọ́ ọdún kan náà bẹ̀. O ni mo ti ń bá Peter Obi sọ̀rọ̀ mi bí. Mi ò fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ nípa àwọn tó kù gan wíṣì kí n kọ lẹ́tà bẹ̀ mi rẹ́dí àti kọ lẹ́tà yẹn. Etí mo gbàgbọ́ nú ẹ̀ nìyẹn. Mi ò dẹ̀ tí lọ́jọ́ ọdún kan lọ. That is what the environment can make you. Tẹ́lẹ̀kẹ́lẹ̀ máa ń sọ wípé environment yẹn ó provide fún ọmọ wípé láti ọmọ Òsínbàjò àtọmọ tèmi pé kó di ìkankan náà pé ibi tó wọn bá lè wọ̀ torí mo ní kí nephew kan ibi tó máa wọ ọmọ Òsínbàjò ò lè wọ̀ bẹ̀ pé ibi tí máa lè wọ̀ ọmọ tó tèmi bá lè wọ̀ ọmọ Òsínbàjò náà so the distance between èmi àti Òsínbàjò society yẹn ó create environment láti bridge gap yẹn the gap is too wide ọmọ Òsínbàjò will always be ọmọ Òsínbàjò lọ ọmọ tálákà a máa jẹ́ ọmọ tálákà lọ but níbẹ̀ wọ́n ti create environment jẹ́ pé ọmọ ẹ̀yin méjì nítorí wá kù sọ́wọ́ ẹ̀mọ yín láti dá tó bá fẹ́ dà ọmọ lèmi rò tẹ́lẹ̀ but kì wá tún sọmọ èmi gan tí mi ò tí lọ́dún kan mo ti ń bá Ọ̀sínbàjò although not in terms of owó torí mi ò ní wá náírà lọ́wọ́ bí mo ṣe ń wò mí o but when in terms of value and status kò síbi tí Ọ̀sínbàjò máa wọ̀ tí máa ní mi rè wọ̀. So that is what the environment can make you. So to answer this person's question, so one more you pay and one go quality here. So they are now what you pay àwọn èèyàn jásí ọ̀rọ̀ wọn yásí ọ̀rọ̀ education pé into kan Nigeria kí ni mo fẹ́ lọ owó mo fẹ́ lọ pa ńbẹ̀ tó wà Nigeria. Mo lọ ṣe wá fi àwọn opportunities ọ̀rọ̀ 20 hours ẹ gan kò sí ńbẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀. Lọ ṣe wá dé mọ̀ pé kò lè ṣe 20 hours. 2 mo ní ẹbí ara nígbà tí wọ́n sọ statistics kan pé 34,000 Nigerians ni ó ti wá igbe 34,000 wọ́n dẹ̀ ti ní 31,000 dependents wọ́n á bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní kùn gba mo dá wọn lóhùn mo ní ẹ̀yin ni wọ́n dá ayé wípé kẹ́ máa dá live life yín fún tó bá ti pé wọn Nàìjíríà kò ti pé family ẹ̀ àwa ò ní individual ọ̀dọ́ pé ká máa sáré àtijẹ́ individualistic wà ń bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ̀ wípé ká live communal life àwọn ò ní àmọ̀ jù nǹkan báyìí lọ ẹ̀yin lẹ́mọ̀ yàtọ̀ láàrin lẹ́mọ̀ àwọn sọ pé me my husband and my children ó tán àwa ọmọ tán pẹ̀lú extended ọmọ àbúrò bàbá mi sí my brother bẹ̀ lọ́dọ̀ wọn ò lè lo brother fún ọmọ àbúrò bàbá torí ẹ̀ lọ́sọ̀ máa ń pẹ̀lú àwọn first name ẹni tí ó bá ti jẹ́ uncle ẹ tí ó ti jẹ́ cousin ẹ wọ́n ní definition fún gbogbo ẹ̀ báwa wọ́n tán pé definition ìkan náà gbogbo wa so tẹ́ n bá live life mo máa rántí so mo ń tẹ́ bá pe Nàìjíríà kan o ti pe family ẹ̀ so ẹ má wulẹ̀ ẹ̀dààmú ara yín lérí wípé so ló wá bí ọ̀rọ̀ dependence tó wá sọ yẹn wípé tó bá ń bọ̀ wọ́n wá fàyè sílẹ̀ pé o lè mú spouse ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ tó bá ṣe ọkùnrin ló fẹ́ apply ó lè mú ìyàwó ẹ̀ dání tó bá ṣe obìnrin ló fẹ́ apply ó lè mọ́kọ ẹ̀ dání tẹ́ bá dẹ̀ bímọ ẹ̀kọ́ mọ̀ dání so wọ́n wá fún àwọn irú èèyàn nígbà tí ẹ pa àwọn èèyàn wá kàwé àwọn tẹ̀lé wọn wá ní àwọn yẹn wá ní àyè láti ṣe bọ́ bá fẹ́ sùn láti bí iṣẹ́ ní àárọ̀ Monday títí di alẹ́ Sunday wọ́n fún láàyè láti ṣe gbogbo yẹn but student lọ ní pé wọ́n fi restriction pé 20 hours sí so bọ́mọ náà bá ti tó ẹni tó ṣiṣẹ́ torí wọ́n ti fi grade sílẹ̀ gan ọ̀dọ̀ tọ́mọ bá ti kọjá 18 o lè má lè mú wá wọ́n wá fi àyè sílẹ̀ pé tọ́mọ bá fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ ó ní salary tó máa ń fún ọmọ tó bá jẹ́ under age ó ní salary cap tó máa ń fún ọmọ tó bá jẹ́ over age ó bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ṣe ń dàgbà sí ó ní salary cap so ọmọ gan lè ṣiṣẹ́ bá wù ṣe tó bá ti tó tí bá ti ṣe ayé child abuse anyway tó bá tó state tó lè ṣiṣẹ́ ọmọ kan lè ṣiṣẹ́ dependent náà tó jẹ́ spouse ìyẹn ní freedom láti ṣe to any level tó bá wù so tó bá ṣe pé o ní pé ká lè fowó papọ̀ it is always better to come with the family ìyẹn one á di pé ọkàn ní divided torí ibi tí ìṣúra mi wà ń lo òyìnbó ọkàn mi wà ń lo òyìnbó báyìí ní US ọkàn mi ń pín yà bẹ́ẹ̀ but wọ́n fi àyè sílẹ̀ pé kí ọkàn mi má máa pín yà o máa mú spouse ẹ̀ bọ̀ kó di pé kí ẹ lè jọ máa ronú papọ̀ torí tí Ọlọ́run dá marriage kan fún náà nìyẹn kí wọ́n ní tí ẹnìkan bá pa 1,000 èèyàn méjì máa pa 10,000 pé ká lè jọ ronú papọ̀ ká lè jọ pawó papọ̀ ká lè jọ ran ara wa lọ́wọ́ kí gbogbo nǹkan lè fi lè dẹrùn fún wa so ayé ẹ̀ wà.
Okay, any other question, please? Okay, all right.
Thank you for this wonderful seminar. I really appreciate you. And Pastor Makinde, I used to listen to the radio because 107.5 is my favorite station. So that's why information about this seminar. And this my daughter here. She has already got admission at Canada. She's a graduate, but for master. And I'm a retiree. I don't have money. Because what you mentioned that radio, that whoever that wants scholarship can come for this seminar. So I want to ask about that seminar. I mean about the scholarship, because they give us by January. Even the school came down to Nigeria here for where? Lagos Continental will go for this type of seminar too. So it's real and genuine school because they didn't ask for any money. So I want to ask about that, how we can get scholarship so to put us through. Then secondly, as a retiree, I retire physical plan in Lagos State here. And you know, to collect your pension is not easy. And I'm still capable to work, but to say you want to start any business here in Nigeria is not an easy thing. So I want to know if there's any help for me. Maybe another person can be benefit. For me, for myself, that's maybe I can work there or anything, so I will not be redundant for my children. So thank you.
That's a brilliant question. But I always say something. What do we call scholarship? A society trying to help, or an organization trying to help someone to achieve his or her aspiration. But before that comes in, there are requirements, which means you have to meet the requirements. What are the requirements? I have lived my life just like I'm doing right now. So many things. Because but the question Nigerians always ask, for me, that's the first question. First question, that's why do we put money first in everything? If you are not, there is no problem in putting money first anyway. If you are now putting money first, society. To bá fẹ́ di scholarship, to bá di fẹ́ school, mo ti lo ara time fún ara mi, mo dẹ̀ pa owó fún pocket mi, so owó tó pa yẹn, mo wá kó wá fi lọ school. Or mo ti lo time mi, mo ti fi develop ara mi. In terms of education, tí mo ń ká yìí o, kò sẹ́ni tó lè dúró lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ mi. Àwọn yàrá wò pé ọmọ yìí ní talent tó tọ́, ẹ jẹ́ ká ràn lọ́wọ́. Mo ń volunteer, tó bá sọ eléyìí, mo ready àti ṣe, mo láti go time ẹ̀sìn ìlú, ẹ jẹ́ ká ràn lọ́wọ́. In terms of scholarship nìyẹn. So If you don't have any of those, back to faith. Depending on your faith, you may take it as job. All the scholarship, all the scholarships available to be able to see which one you can win eventually. And it comes out only about our university. Only university, the unfortunate thing is CV. Meanwhile, university provides you the opportunity to have as many CVs as every now and then. Every now and then, lonely isheti oleshe. Lati part 2, ni mo ti vigilate si exam from school mi ni OU. Lati part 2 ni mo ti wulo fún department mi. Lati part 2 ni mo ti ran lecture. Wọ́n bẹ̀ mí sí wọ́n kì í ṣe pé wọ́n gbà mí síṣẹ́ o. Ní tó kàn wù mí láti ṣe. Lati part 2. Ó dé mi ní funny enough, mo tún tajà wọ́n ta bread and it mo fi ran school ni bread and belongs to high class ni àbí low class àbí wọ́n tẹ̀ wọ́n tẹ̀ wọ́n bí tó belongs. Ní tó bá máa mú wiki develop. Done all those ones. Have used my time for the society. I've used my time to develop myself. Kì í ṣe ẹni tó mú èmi nìkan kò sí tó kọ́kọ́ pẹ̀lú irú ẹ̀yìn báyẹn iṣẹ́ ló láti di scholarship. So ní scholarship dálé lórí nìyẹn. Alternatively, bóyá mo wá mọ torí àwọn wọ́n pè kan ní bilateral scholarship àwọn Commonwealth kì í ṣe tí wàá apply directly. It's either kí school kò recommend yẹ tàbí kí government kò recommend yẹ. Àdèmọ́ ọdún kan tí yẹn máa ń jẹ́ ó láti mọ èèyàn tẹ́sẹ̀ gùn nínú school àbí kó mọ and that's a good in those you don't put scholarship in here. Same answer in question, Ima.
Okay, your second question. Second question of mommy is a retiree. You want to answer that?
Hello, my first, I don't know that I can come along with him. Ask me now that they did not extend the Zoom meeting that is at home now, but for specific people, that's the first question. Because I want him to be here. He just finished. Okay. Can I continue my question?
Okay, continue your question.
Okay, that is the first question. Now, people at home now, some of them don't have access to it, and I did not come along with him due to his health. Yes. My second question is that about the scholarship. I put it in mind that maybe because of that scholarship, maybe it will be possible for my own son to have. But now, if there is no opportunity of that scholar. And there is opportunity. Okay, okay. My own question now is that my son finished secondary school last year. Me and my son abandoned project at General Hospital Ikorodu because it's a sickle cell. So we owed a lot of money and they abandoned us there until when person now assists me to get job at Lut. So that as I'm doing it, I've been working over since 2010. All the money I have, I've been using it to spend it on him. It's an excess. But glory be to God, he finished his secondary school last year. He got all his paper, no power to send him anywhere. And I now asked him this month for maybe public school. He said, Mommy, I am standing on my feet. I will go and read my school abroad. How God is going to do it, he doesn't know. He wants to go and study the reason for SS and the cure forever. That is what he said. So since then, I've been going through this place, so that even though if I cannot take him along now, if I work, maybe it's 2 years, and I save, I will send this boy to school because it's my precious stone. I have suffered because of him. This is why I'm now saying that if there is no opportunity for me, if I have opportunity to go and work, any work, but I have my education. I passed out from Polytechnic Ikorodu. After I have the last baby, my question.
And I want to respond. I will combine because it's like you have two similar something about scholarship. He has really, nothing ventures. He never said there's no opportunity. But like I was discussing with my daughter here, every country have special arrangement for scholarship. And what I want to say, that's girl. Is it girl or boy? So his own case will be settled by the grace of God. But concerning the first question that he's not able to get the link, we sent it to the group that anybody that could not come should join the link. But while they were sorting the first issue, the first link get expired. So they have to re-log in. I think he must have forgotten to send the new one to the group. So when he said the thing closed, nothing but say problem. So we have to create another link. So in anyone send technical omission because I was one that said anybody even their friend anywhere can join this thing. So I am very sorry. It was due to technical itch, and it was not deliberate. Now, going back to the issue of scholarship of my sister in Canada, in schools and in country, the requirements differ. But when you say Canada, I am happy that you said those people came. That was the first order. She has been given admission. But another order is the visa, which is the embassy that gives the visa. All right. Now, I think one of the general criteria for scholarship is some special qualification, professional, like IELTS. One of the criteria. You see, I asked my children to do IELTS because I could not afford the money. I don't have money. You see, this thing that we are doing, if you know how many thousands we have spent, we want to make it free, including the chair you are sitting on, as dirty as it is. And sorry, I don't want to go that side. You understand? But everything is money. I couldn't have. Can you say free of charge? I want everybody to benefit. We have suffered. We are coming from a background of sufferness. So I know the value of scholarship. I enjoyed scholarship from my GS2 till I finished. Otherwise, my school would have terminated. I wouldn't have been able to finish my secondary school. And I'm grateful to God that one Keneka Obi was the name of the governor of Osun State in those days. He gave Anthony Obi, is it Anthony Obi? Keneka Obi, he was the one that gave scholarship. And I was one of the most brilliant students in the school. I've already stopped because I could not afford. So I know the value of scholarship. I've been personally working on scholarship for people. So my child, when he did this IELTS, he passed it. When you pass IELTS, you are qualified in Canada. So we are now looking for is available for only master program. All right? Because, you know, when you say scholarship, somebody that pay. It's not totally free. Somebody or some organization or government. So we couldn't get anyone for undergraduate. All the one we were able to see was for postgraduate, and it's still in 300 level. It is the ASU strike and coronavirus. So even when I was only because there's a ton of very long, it's like wasting of time. So he's stranded. But eventually we got one. And that one is in form of grants. So the body said in UK, they said they are going to give him money to go to school, but he must provide the admission letter of the school before they. So we now submit the admission letter that he has been given admission to the school. But what am I trying to say? One of the conditions is look for all what we normally look for. We look for bodies, organizations, government, and NGO that give scholarship. There are some attachments. There are some conditions. It's not just for everybody. Everybody needs scholarship. If they make it available for everybody, they'll be stranded themselves. You understand? And you know that when we talk of international, it's not only, the scholarship is not only meant for Nigerians, it is available for everybody. So while your daughter is looking for one, other people from other countries also looking for it. So they now give it to the most qualified. And that is why it's not just blank. Yeah, okay, Musa and scholarship. No, what in your condition can. Recently, Mama me, say I want to apply. Want to admission. You any total admission is already in, except there is a condition for that. But that notwithstanding, we can still get secure admission for her, for a scholarship for her. What I only more about time to the best so want to fair January. And she has not even been given visa. Certificate condition to the major. So, but we can see at the end of the day. But let me just say, be specific generally. Scholarship depends on what condition and criteria you need to meet. It's not just blank. And that is one of the things we want to. And a person that also registered, a lady came to our office in Ife, and the father was crying that this girl lost her mother exam to cancer. And the father has spent a lot. So gbogbo admission to me get baba orowo sanmo nítorí wọ́n ti ná gbogbo owó lórí ìyá ẹ̀. Ọmọ ẹ̀ dẹ̀ ni firstborn. When they came to my office, I was touched. And this girl was brilliant. So mo láti register for IELTS. And I brought her to Lagos here with this Captain Fola Ojota Tosba Asoroyen. And when the result came out, the girl scored 8 all over 9. 8 all over 9. Even my son that I said perform, my son scored 7.5. She scored 8.9. 8, gerege. Now, when the girl has been troubling me. Because after meeting that condition, we have to now source for scholarship before we apply. So that is what we have been doing. And do you know what? We now got one for Canada. Just 3 days ago. So, and that is the one we want to apply for her now. So what am I trying to say? And I will condition. So like he rightly said, as a mawani, then I want to depend on what type of scholarship. Is it fully funded? Fully to her now. In Canada, there are different categories. But let me say this. I announced one in Cyprus. And one person got it, and the result has come out. The scholarship is now here with me. So, but in is conditional. The condition is that I want to recruit from school. They said if you have successfully recruited 15 students per session, number 16 is scholarship. Do you get it now? So the first 15 they pay, but number 16 is just to encourage us. Say more. Like my brother said, I want away now. I want to gain in. So tamba so you pay to brilliant. Had the value more system one. Do you understand? So what we do, what I did now, that time you meet up by looking for a scholarship. So our agents totally meet they now call me. You answer by radio program to say I want later. Because I want scholarship one. I don't my phone. On my time they marry one go low money. I just gain it one now. But so I will buy it and make it available for people. And one of such only more announced on the radio. Somebody came and paid for it, and he has gotten it now. For 4 years, he's not going to pay 1 naira for 4 years. So originally scholarship lower. So the door is not closed, my sister. The fact that you are here, one way or the other, something will be done. And I want you to know, say the opportunity we are meeting like this. He kept on saying something. I want to sort of advertise. That's actually Mr. Makinde, Pastor Makinde. No. It's not about me. For your information, I want to say you can Tori I want let me know my low. You understand? They are just referring to me as sorry, Pastor Makinde, bank to my and when you bank you understand. So, but what I'm trying to say is this: my wish and my desire is to make all this opportunity available for as many people as possible. This kind of seminar, if you want to attend it some elsewhere, it will not be this lengthy, it will not be this quality, and you are going to pay higher. To read business now, say, but we want to impact as many people as possible. If it has been possible that I'm planning, we are planning it free. But where are we going to get money for the hall? Where are we going to get money for this, for that? And for your information, do you know to bring a doctor and a professor to come and talk for 5 minutes? Do you understand? So the law will help us. So I really appreciate your coming. I don't know whether I've addressed your case, but there are certain things that cannot be totally exhausted here. And concerning being a retiree, I don't want to toe the line of my sister, brother. You see, the Nigerian system is a very bad system. Why should somebody work for 35 years to now get paid? We now become another work. Whereas a politician will work for 8 years. Koto diola want to san gbogbo owó ẹ̀. At one máa gba àwọn owó kan tí wọ́n yìí sọ fún wa. Can you understand what we are saying? And the people that did the work, it's a very bad system. I don't know whether I should tell you this. In America, in Canada, in UK, if what I am doing in Nigeria, if I'm doing half of it in any of this country, I will have been a billionaire by now. Because it's like you are helping the society. So the government will be studying you. At the end of the day, they're not like, okay, it is now time for government to reward you. But yeah, I did say 2 months ago, 6 weeks ago, I program on radio. I was going to Ekiti. To attend this case and one can and co certificate and I had an accident. The car was written off. It was God that delivered my soul. Do you know what really happened? Immediately, my secretary, Moni, Saribam sent the message. See school. Lati Bayen, Titi de Sing, Ogawa Pata has never called me. And he knows that I'm working for the school. Now, Nino sick bed, the minimum Mulati be system. So if I have died, I will have died in vain. But why am I saying this? Why am I saying this? Miraculously, I don't know how I was delivered. I really sympathize with you. Because for somebody to have the better part of your life, your energy, you have used it for the country. And let me tell you, I was in Cyprus. I was telling, I don't know whether I tell my sister, years, so the sister is 15 years. If you are a citizen, that's 15 years, you retire and you'll be paid for life. 15 years. So, well, 15 years. So, and when you say 35 years, release one. The Lord will help us. My sister wants to say something about scholarship, please, in Canada and America.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your presentation. I just want to quickly add to our sister that wants to go to Canada. Mommy, God will bless you and the Lord will provide for you. It's very painful when you have admission and there is no scholarship, but I want to differentiate between what our daddy has started. There are two types of way to get financial assistance in Canada or US. We have the grant aspect and we have scholarship aspect. Scholarship is based on the way our presenter has explained it. Scholarship it could be merit based on your academics. It could be based on your involvement in the community. It could be based on, financial activities, extracurriculum activities that you do. But you see, grant is basically based on financial need, like when you are in crisis. Like the school I went to, like I said, I went to a college. It's a community college. The school I went to, I was on both scholarship and I was on grant. The grant was, funniest thing is, my dad was going to sponsor me. And mommy, my dad was a retiree. We have 4 children he has, and the 4 of us are in different countries. And he sponsored us even when he was retired. He struggled, but today is a proud father. So that grant, when I applied for it, I just put there, I'm from Nigeria. And believe me, they have this high when they see us as Nigeria, like you said, they have this high like, they're suffering, And I must tell you, you take advantage of it. You should take advantage of it. It's not for the negative aspect, but because you know where you're going to. I know where I'm going to. I know where I'm going to. The funniest thing is, I'm on leave at work now, and I can tell you I'm going to spend few weeks. And out of those few weeks, half of it are paid leave. They're going to pay me for it. So you take advantage of your opportunity. And believe me, I stumbled on someone, I think about 3 weeks ago before coming. She's in a university in Pennsylvania. They call it, I think, Penn State University. She's on grants, and believe me, that grant is funded from Nigeria. It is funded from Nigeria. So I would say, search the internet. Our government, they have money that they are ready to spend. And they need figures, they need faces. Now, I hear election is out. They need faces that they can use for their election. I'm not saying you should be a user, but it is your right and it's an opportunity to take advantage of it. Even when I was in UI, I know that they used to have, I'm from Ekiti. They used to have these Ekiti states, if you're from Ekiti states, all those things are actually valid too. The lady was telling me it was funded from Jigawa State, something, that it's a grant for somebody from there. And she said her both parents are not there, but her auntie is from Jigawa that told her that she heard about this grant that for someone who wants to travel abroad, and they applied. But auntie used, said she was a daughter and everything. And because they have the money, there's nothing they want to use it to do. She's on there, she's going to spend 4 years in the university, and it's fully funded. So take opportunity. Another thing I would say about it is, when you want to pay for school fees, especially in America or Canada, I would say if you don't even have a scholarship or grant, the first year is always tough. After the first year, your academics will pave way for you. We have sorority society. They are like academical societies that are like big, like I would say for US, we have this one we call Phi Theta Kappa. I'm back to school now, doing like a dual program to further my academics. And I've been a member since when I was in my college days. Up till now, I still have money in that purse that sponsors me to school stylishly, that pays some certain, not even, if not all, but it pays certain percent of what my school fees is. But if I'd continued school right immediately without stopping to work, because in America, when you finish, they grant you a year or 2 years work authorization to work when you're done from school. If I had not have stopped and continued school, they would have paid my tuition all the way. So again, it's about, I will say it again, it's about what you want. Why are you going there? I was talking with my brother a lot of time, and that's the mistake everybody make. You go to school, I was telling him, so many people I've helped to come to America to study. Once they get there, 1 month, or even some of them won't show up to school, and they'll go through the other route to get their papers, forgetting the fact that when they go through the other route of getting their papers, they end up working in factories or gas station. No, they pay them. It's way more than somebody's salary. Their weekly money is way more than somebody's salary here in Nigeria. But the truth is, if they had struggled for that 1 or 2 years to get a certificate, they can get very good job. An example is, I have a sister that, she's coming to stay with me very soon. She studied, she came to America and she told me she studied hotel management. I said, what do you do? They said, they teach you how to lay bed, how to do that. I said, okay. The funniest thing, now she's done. She brought it to my lighting and told me that she got a job in, we call them the 5-star hotel. They are like, they own virtually all this Marriott, Delta, hotel. She got a managerial position there. She's an international student. They are filing her papers for her to become a citizen in America. And the thing is, she doesn't even have to show up for work. She can stay at home and just get calls back and just receive call. She will go on site once in a while. So again, it's about the mentality you are going there. And remember, my late mom would tell me, remember the child of whom you are, know where you are coming from, know your end goal, know what you're doing. You can hear mom, she's a retiree. She's going to at least struggle in one way or the other. Even if you get scholarship, believe me or you, there's still other money she will pay. If she does not pay your housing, for me, I had free housing when I was in school too. So I lived on campus, it was all free. If she does not pay your housing, you will still buy clothes. You will still eat. In one way or the other, she will still give you money. Remember how much she has labored and make her proud. Even if you will not make yourself proud, make her proud. Make her become a proud mother and know what you're doing. Once you know what you're doing, every other thing will come. In fact, my friends, my auntie, my family, they would say the kind of miracle I have, they don't understand. It's just live a plain and transparent life. The funniest thing is, even when I got to America, my first 2 months, I was in America. We don't have the NHI for students. Instead, you either pay for your insurance or something. So I was going to have a surgery because I was very sick when I got there. My school authority wrote to Medicaid. Medicaid is like the government thing. My surgery, my medication, my hospital stay, everything was free until I finished school. I had free medical care until it was because I moved from that state to another state for work. That's why I don't have, that free thing. But still, when you start working, you apply for, like I start working, I applied for medical care from my work, and they will still, you still get medical care. And if not for the kind of country we are in America, there is a law. I work in the hospital. Even if you don't have money and you come to the hospital, they can never reject you. They will take care of you. They can now send you bill later on. But believe me, even that bill can be written off. Once you submit proof of your financial instability, they will forgive it. All those things are just informality. And again, going back to the right paperwork, they just want to have the right documentation if you merit it or you don't merit it. Because in America, if you can afford to pay and you are having a good job, there's no reason why you should merit from not paying your right money. But once you don't have the money, they cannot kill you. Submit paperwork. All I did was just my I-20 that, I was given admission. That was all they needed from me. And they wrote all my bill, my surgery and everything till I was in that state for almost 5 years before I relocated to another state. Medical thing was, even to go to the pharmacy and even buy Tylenol, that's our own kind of paracetamol. Once I go to the pharmacy and I show them that paper, they give me whatever I want for free. So again, it is about your goal. Your goal, what you really want out of it. And another thing I would say again is, mommy, you can actually call the school. I don't believe in that there's nothing impossible. Though sometimes it shakes me that, is it possible, Sha? But thank God for the man I married who told me, try. Call your school and call the school man and ask if they do dependents. They do parental dependents in America and London. You can go with her. And I know for Canada, it's still easy to get work authorization as family member, unlike US. Our kind of way in US is a little different and tricky. But ask the school authority and ask them, like, as parents, can you come with her? In America, they will, yes. Because I know when I was in school, a lot of time, parents from other countries, they come to visit their children and everything. Ask, you can even travel with her. They will give you visa that they can give you, maybe a length of program is 4 years. They can give you visa for 4 years. You apply as a dependent on her. Though the only thing is, I know in America, once you are doing a dependent, an additional $3,000 you have to show as proof of fund to the original proof of fund she has to show. So again, there's nothing impossible. There's nothing impossible. And I know that, you know, God will make a way where you think there's no way, man. Thank you.
That's fantastic. Each time you listen to people from America, from Canada, from UK, they make us think, why? Tala said, to you alone, who did we offend? Okay. That's on a lighter mood. And I think we have exhausted our time. I know we've tried to make it as informative, as educative as possible. If there is any way we didn't meet up your expectation, I'm very sorry. So please feed us back so that when next we want to plan it, we can even try better. But I believe within the little opportunity that is available to us. Okay, you want to ask a question? Do we still have people that want to ask questions? It's your right, you have right to ask questions. Please feel free. We are now in interaction section. So anybody can answer. Anybody.
If I'm not mistaken, there's a radio program that you said, Denmark something.
Yeah.
So I want to really to in fact, what are the requirements for the people that want to go there and work?
Okay.
So try to explain to everybody for you to understand.
That's good. Yeah, for all of you on WhatsApp group, you are not on the WhatsApp group. Okay, please, as many of you that are not there and you register, go there, write your WhatsApp group number. I will all the information about Denmark work. I will forward it there, so everybody can. But what is this? We have an offer those who want to go and work in Denmark, and that is the program. And it's factory work. New Denmark. So that is it. So I will forward. If you are not on the group, please put down your WhatsApp number so that we had you. So as you are, before you get home, I will forward it into. I will have forwarded it now, but everybody one so that you all see it. God bless you. Any other question? Yes, my sister. Okay, you have mic.
Yes, sir. I would love to speak with Engineer Paul concerning the Netherlands visa.
Okay.
Because I graduated from one of the federal universities in Nigeria here, but the course I studied animal science.
Okay.
But pertaining to my course, I think Netherlands is the right place for me to further for my postgraduate. I just want to know the animal. Yeah.
Continue. It's not the only Netherlands. There are a lot of so, okay. But there is opportunity in Netherlands for that. Okay. But it's also available in other countries.
Okay.
Okay.
But the thing is, I want to know the breakdown of the courses and the school fee that will be paid. Should in case I have the opportunity to go there.
Okay, let me tell you the unique thing about Netherlands school. I don't know whether you listen to it. I have all the formats. They have 6 intake every month. They admit students. February, April, June. It's only Netherlands. What my sister said, it's only Netherlands that openly allow that. Once a child is admitted, you can go, you can come. So the dependent can be father or mother. In most countries, once the child is 18 years, you cannot take your mother as dependent or your father as dependent. You understand? And even where in most countries, if it's the child that is admitted, the parent cannot follow, except the person has special needs, like school in Caribbean. You see, they allow, regardless of your age, your father, your mother, or both of them can follow you. And it's in North America. they can follow you. But kì í ṣe ká ẹ follow ẹ, kan wá fún ní permanent residence with here. Kẹ́kàn tẹ̀lé lọ ní o. So it's only Netherlands that allow you as a mother or father to stay and be working because of your child. So, but like she said, maybe some school in Canada or America can allow that. But what I know is that once you are 18, your dependent can no longer be your parents. It has to be your spouse or your children. That is, by the way. But coming to now answer your question directly, Netherlands school, most of their school is paid, school fees is paid upfront, and the minimum is 10,000 euro. The minimum courses is 10,000 euro. You have to pay it. In fact, the receipt must be accompanied with your admission letter for you to be able to apply for visa. And their own accommodation is also on the high side. So the Lord will help us. So that contact, since you have seen me, you have his contacts. Any contacts you need, by virtue of this meeting, you get it. So, and I told my brother, if you want to see me one-on-one, there are certain things you cannot say openly. Please feel free. I'm going to be available, and my people will still be available. So at least 30 or 40 minutes. So you can attend to it. Yes, your question, ma'am.
So I'm going back to the scholarship discussion.
Okay.
You said one of the ways to get it is through academical merit. So
one of the ways, yes.
Yes. So my question is this: the academical merit means people among first class and so on. Can someone who has 2-1 have this faith of getting a scholarship for masters?
Well, when they say if the condition for that scholarship is merit, then second class cannot fit in. Second class cannot fit in.
Another thing with the merit is, when you say merit, it can be divided in two ways, ma. You can either get it on merit from here when you apply with your admission. Another way you can get it is when you are in the school, probably you have started your program. So like in US, we always have almost 3 types of lists. They have presidential scholarship, which is like the highest scholarship in the school. Then there is faculty, and then there is dean level. So, and those dean level, like in US, we don't use the 5.0 GPA, they use the 4.0. So let's say for the presidential scholarship is anybody 3.5 and above. Then the dean level, the faculty level might be 2.7 and above. Being honest with you, the scholarship for you even up to nothing less than 2.3. You cannot be 2.0, you won't get it. So someone who is 2.3 is still, it's very low. I would even say it's even below than a 2.2 here if we do the grade system. But there is still always something for you. Even if when I was in school, people that were not even international students, that, they are students that don't even do well in school. In one way or the other, you shall just hear, then there's this scholarship, they qualify. There is more than enough. Could you believe that it was after I left that school and I graduated from the school, I started working, I got a check in the mail. And I was like, check, what money is this? For what? So I called the school. I was like, I hope you people made a mistake. Oh, they told me that, there's a scholarship that I did not use from a society, blah, 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 this, that. I didn't use it. But because I'm not in the school again, so they cashed it out for me and gave it to me as cash. So the thing is, you cannot, the thing is, always something. And then I found out that they had over 147 scholarships just in that school alone. And the thing is, you can still get scholarship from the community if you serve in the community. Like the church I was going to when I was in that community, I used to go to the church, I used to serve. Like he said, your extracurriculum activity, just go for community service. Sometimes, we have this save a home projects. That's the way I like to burn my own energy instead of going out and just doing things. I like to, then they used to like look for abandoned building and then they say they want demolition. It's always fun to do, going with your friends and with hammer and shovel and do you know that that community also has a particular money they give to you? Honestly, like I said, take advantage of every opportunity. Just write to them. Me, I have a format. My dad is a retiree. It's not that he can't afford to pay, but I'm only looking for a way to assist him too. If I can take my own tuition out of the four of us, the remaining three, to help pay that tuition, it does help. Just know how to package yourself and be transparent.
I'd like to ask, is this thing applicable to an applicant from Nigeria or somebody who is already in the system there? So I want you to clarify that, because the way you are saying it, it's like people that are there.
So merit for people that are here. But I'm telling you, like I said, the first year tuition is always a struggle. If you can beat through that first year tuition and you're already there are many opportunities you can tap to reduce your tuition. Many opportunities you can tap to. In fact, you can tap to an opportunity that you would even be there, and when you finish paying your tuition, you have cash back, even every semester to spend.
I think that is clarified now, because you cannot be here and now write them, tell them your mother is a retiree.
My question, sorry. My question, please, I want to refer to Captain Ojo. The health-related program, is it solely visa or independent visa? Okay. Okay. Okay.
I actually do not like what you said the other time, that Talashe, maybe. I don't like that language. It's not only in UK that life is easy. Life is not easy anywhere, anyway. Ask anybody. Nigeria is a great country. I want to believe that. All these things we are talking about, they exist in Nigeria as well. We have bursaries. We have scholarships. We have grants. There is a student, the student I just showed that we are trying to train. I said she didn't have the gut to face crowd. She came to the UK on scholarship. It was what they call it, this the one that you give to universities, not bursary, the education support. There's a name to it. PTF or PDD. Is it something? Tech fund, exactly, tech fund. She came into the UK with tech fund. They paid all our fees. But the only difference, like we always say, over there, whether you are a common man, you don't need to know anybody to become somebody. But here, that's the difference. The bursaries are for, you will discover that are you in our party before your governor can give you the bursary. Do you know the lecturer? Because this person I'm talking about, the TED fund, has access to lecturers. She's not just, when it comes to this place, her leg is very long. So that was why she wanted. The somebody is nepotism of the highest order that we have here. You have to know somebody before you get some. Every society is a right. It's not a privilege. It's the number one for everybody. And that is why they include it in every law, every policy they pass. The unfortunate thing is how they spread it around. We just saw a terrible video about COVID palliative. So even to common indomie, people are ordering it. Want to share it with who?
until you belong to my party or is the problem. And to correct something, I'm not saying there's no opportunity. That's not what I said. I concluded she's a woman, she's passionate about, I always like to face reality. And that's why I said, if you are ready to work, that is, she's asked you to search job, that's a job. Just to search internet, determined that this is what I want, and you keep working on it, search, you only get it. But it's not something that is available for all. If not, all of us will have been out of this place. You build yourself all over time. We are doing, he's saying, thank God that he knows us. Even if he knows us, if you don't want for, if we are not willing to work for free, we wouldn't be here. Yes. Knowing doesn't mean I would then just spend my time to everybody I know. But because the willingness to give your time to others, the willingness to say, I want to do number one, it always comes back to you. Number one, you are developing yourself because you can't give what you don't have. Before you come here, you must have developed yourself, you must have trained yourself. That's a self-development on its own. So when opportunity comes, you're already a best candidate for that opportunity. But if all you, I don't give a fuck, like, just don't let me use that language. Like one student said the other time, I don't give a fuck about others. You say, that's the life we live. Nothing concerns me, how many I'm worried about. So if you continue, this is the life I want to live. Over time, you're already developing yourself. When opportunity comes with both hands, you get it. So even the issue of searching for a scholarship is still a kind of knowledge. You are looking all around to see the best opportunity that you fit into, that you can key into. Since our society is only looking for the first look for your name, where you come from, or where you belong before they give to you. That's the only, it's not as if it's not available. We are anybody. The Bible says, if my people who are called by my name will first humble themselves, humble yourself first. Leave your wicked ways. It's a wicked way to be looking for Only pay life or live for just look any abiya and be local. I'm more local any because man live life for us. Out of language anyway, I belong to that category. Children of nowadays, mind your business. Say no Bible to call abi. Yeah, me I know about PhD. No mind the business. Say no Bible to call abi no Quran. And you can't cool leg by no mind business. So if everybody keeps living his own life, then how do we get this opportunity we're talking about? How do we help each other in any way? So anybody one determine life around we live for one another. So give me also opportunity aussi, but we know what is limited in Nigeria. But even with that limitation, if you are determined in yourself, and also, like I said, we are misusing God. Tobani Bagboyen. Tori, that's one man saw the you are going for labor market. I am favor market. Although favor market, I'm also no. So to back we pay bitumo in favor market, usually meet favor. So EGT woni lórí aláìní gbàgbọ́ nìyẹn. Nǹkan adé tó bá ti ń ṣe principle tọ́lọ́run fẹ́ tó dẹ̀ wá ń fi Ọlọ́run síwájú. Thank you.
Okay, you are part of people that raised hand before. Okay. I think that will be the last one we are going to take. And okay, you have mic already. Yes.
Good afternoon, sir. Thank you for this opportunity. So I quickly want to ask, is there a platform for a sponsorship? Maybe someone that wanted to travel, maybe when he gets there, maybe when after he secured a job, then he can refund back to company.
Anyway, I've had such thing, but I don't believe in it, and we don't do it here. You know the reason why? When somebody say, just don't worry, I will pay all the money when you get there. When you are working, you'll be being to pay me back. It's like the person is enslaving you. You understand? Because you are not going to pay back the exact amount that he used to sponsor you. If you don't pay double, you will pay more than double. Then Once you do that, there are certain documents, might be your passport, that is going to be with him. Yes. There's no way. Okay, otherwise, if I sponsor you and you go, and so you want to pay, how do I guarantee that? So it means something vital. It has to be with me. So it means you are forever at his mercy until you pay. I don't believe in that. And I think I want us to go with, please believe in yourself. I personally, I don't like gifts and I don't like free things. I hate begging, even when I don't know, when I've not believed God. I don't allow people to say, but I normally rejected it. Because right from my childhood, I said, I don't want to be a beggar. And it shows in all things that I do in life. I work for every minute. Oh, you don't know that I don't live in Lagos. I come all the way from Ife every Monday and go back every Friday since 2017. Just to come and serve people. Yes. If you don't call that one hard work, I don't know what to call it. So, yes. So if I'm in this condition doing that, then what could be wrong with you? That you have your two legs and you are now saying looking for somebody to sponsor you. And who is sponsoring you? Once anybody sponsor you, my brother who didn't want to refer to something, somebody put himself naked on social media because somebody sponsoring him. It's even more worse than craziness. You understand what I'm trying to say? How much could they have given you? Say what are you doing? Ara condition tan fún nìyẹn. Is when you they say nǹkan say nìyẹn. So what am I trying to say? My brother, there may be opportunity like that, but I want to discourage you from taking it. Because it looks sweet in the beginning. Bondage is bondage, oh. Bondage is bondage, oh. By the time you do 1 year and you begin to pay, Nkatan say, okay, my sister, I'm very sorry for being personal. How many work do you do in America? Please tell us. Tell everybody. Permission? No granted. Okay. You see, if you see somebody who is working day and night, and because you say I'm a health worker, she's more than a health worker. He said to say, she has to be paying somebody. Say no, do you understand? Will she be happy? Ninu snow, ninu otutu, ninu kinika to ba de san, o ti mo yi pe you understand? So I beg, I want to discourage that in any way. Look, I have more than 100 students in Cyprus. I have more than 10 in Saudi and Dubai. I have more than 28, more than 38 in North America. I have more than 10 in UK. I have once somebody lobby, they are on their own. They don't even call me. You remember? They don't even call. You understand? It's wrong. You understand? Please, I want you to be free and be free forever. Okay, Nigeria. Another bondage. Nilu. You understand? Then promise it from wa. Kini certainty pe gbogbo e. Bo se yodo yin din. Be na lo se ma ri lohun. And this is another thing I want to crown it on. Many people they to dey báyìí, at the Canada báyìí, go and gbowo ni. lójú títì kan máa sáwó jọba yìí ni. It's not. Àwọn ló wà ní UK, àwọn ló wà ní bí yìí. Kàn sọ fún wa. Ilé tó dùn náà sọ fún wa yẹn. Ẹ̀wọ̀n lè tó dùn wà ń bẹ̀ o. I don't deceive myself o. Ó ń sọ kí nìkan ó ní òun ò lówó. Sáré kó dédé ń sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kò lówó ló sọ yẹn. I know. You understand? So don't let anybody deceive you. Débi pé wàá lọ ta, and some people pé àwọn fẹ́ lọ sí kíní kan, àwọn fẹ́ lọ talé àwọn. Don't talé ẹ o. Torí o tí mọ nǹkan tó máa bá pàdé lọ́hùn. I have some people, they came to me in Ife while I was sick, just of recent. Wọ́n bá ń pé òwe lé àwọn rèé. Wọ́n fẹ́ lọ sí ìpín bóun ṣe ti UK. Wípé wọ́n fẹ́ san proof of funds àti owó cash. So wọ́n rí pé wọ́n bá kó owó ìwé ilé wọ́n wá kó bá mi. Mo ní my sister. Má ṣe irú ilé ìfẹ́ lòmíì o. Kì í ṣe gbogbo èèyàn nínú wọn máa o. Wọ́n máa gbẹ́sẹ̀ lé wá máa tún san owó. You understand? Don't let us put ourselves into bondage. Ó kàn lé báyìí ni ó yìí máa dá o. Mo ló máa dá. Do you know why I believe? Wípé Ọlọ́run spare life mi pé kémi àti yín pàdé. Ìtumọ̀ ni pé ọjọ́ iwájú ẹ̀ yìí máa dá. So don't put yourself in unnecessary bandage. Please, tẹ́ bá rò àwa ìṣerú ẹ̀mí ò kí ń ṣe, I will never. Ọlọ́run tí mo sì ò lè gbà kí n ṣe kí n fi ẹnìkan sínú dè. Kó máa sanwó fún mi, sanwó fún mi. Torí kí ni? If I can do anything for anybody, I will do it without any condition. The Lord will help us. I think the last, so that's a damn question. Time, okay, and it's in the water tarot, sorry. Is that the last question? Okay. We thank God.
Yeah, I want to thank you very much, sir, for your time and your good heart and the invitees. So I want to do a question. Like in the internet, like the YouTube, like come and work in so country with no qualification and all that. They will drop some link. So I want to ask that, is it really genuine? Like as if you're working because of those that have been there? And secondly, I want to ask that maybe I have someone in Canada or US as a citizen, and he or she wants to invite me, like maybe he wants me to come over there. So like, is that platform, is it legalized and is it easy for relocation, or is just a short time route?
Okay, I think I will answer the first one and part of the second one before they are in better position. But the first question is, okay, the YouTube, let me tell you, I am an IT person. Before I joined education world, I was into IT. All those links you normally see, some people are using it to make money, not even with the intention to dupe you. But when they see when you see something on the internet, migrate to America for free, to Canada and work, you click it. The more you click, as many people that are clicking, you are making money for those people. You understand? Some of them are not scammer, but they are smarter. They are people with smart brain. So as many people traffic that is on that, then they are making money. So you can, you understand? But some of them are scammers.
Or no secure lockbox, but now it cannot be guaranteed. And the way YouTube is so designed is that once you watch one thing, it starts to give you suggestion of things that are similar to that thing. And before you know it, you don't know what is what. And I can tell you, like Daddy has said, Those scam people, they are really good. I had a sister that actually fell into them. Initially, for the first 3 months, they told her to migrate to Canada with no experience. You know, but like I always tell him, like me, I don't believe in you don't have something upstairs and you want to work. It's just like, for example, now, thank God for Mr. Paul with his training. You don't have a background in health care, and then you see migrate to UK for free into healthcare, and you don't know how to do it. So how do you know where you're going to give the injection? You just go there and you think they just give it to you. If you don't have knowledge in it, it won't work for you. So think about it. Like you said, I don't believe in going to a line that I don't know about. If I don't know something, I'll rather tell you, I'll look into it, or I'll just tell you, well, I don't know. But again, there's nothing impossible. Then your second question about a moment of relocation. So if you have somebody over there, now you cannot relocate to US just because you have somebody there. They can write letter of invitation for visiting, but you cannot relocate to Canada or US because you have someone there. They can either file for you if you are maybe parents or if they have a child here. But even if the fact that they even have a child here, once the child is, I think, above 18, that child don't qualify. Because I have an auntie in Ibadan that just relocated to UK with the family for this healthcare work. And the funniest thing is that she has a child that is 21. That child couldn't go with them. So she's here, we're looking for another means for her to travel. So once that child is 18, the child cannot go with you. I know in US they do sibling filing, but it is, in fact, by the time you see the requirements, you just say you are not interested because it's so hard. It can take at least 4 years before the immigration people can even pick your file because they have a lot of parents, children, even before they get to that one. So again, relocating outside of the country, it's either for visiting that they can write or they file for you on certain requirements.
She has actually said a lot of things about it. I just want to add this. Even on this issue of YouTube, there is a video sent online on YouTube recently about the Nigerians. You know, when my brother wanted to talk, I said you shouldn't make it public. Because these people, when they want to make policy, it's not here that you impose anything on anybody. There are facts and arguments that they present. If you can't defend the facts, part of the presentation I said I wanted to make, during December, I was supposed to come to Nigeria. My wedding was supposed to be December. But because of Omicron, I couldn't come that time. During that time, the Nigerians, they put Nigeria on red list. So there was restriction on traveling. If you are to travel, you have to go to hotel to pay £2,500. So we had to rise up against that. The students have budgets when they are coming. And £2,500 for hotel is not part of the budget. So given that argument, we were able to persuade schools. Some schools pay fully for the hotel. Some subsidized £1,000, £1,500, depending on the school. But luckily, under 1 week, the red list was scrapped just because we were on their neck. And then they value Nigerian markets. I must say this. Apart from China, India, Nigeria has the largest market when it comes to all these places. And it's because of our population. So people now turn, the major problem that they use as facts, people send a lot of things online. Migrate to this place, even without any documents. Do this without, even if you have access to such.
even if you have such, there should be a decorum. But when you see someone who goes to internet just anyhow, that was why I said we should, if you know the rules behind it, and that's why I had to tell the rules, you should, even if you understand what it means, if you have a full knowledge of it, you should know that this is not something you start talking about all over the place. You are not only implicating yourself, you are already creating a block, an hindrance for whoever is using that opportunity. It shows you don't have knowledge about it. There are people, part of the opportunity I said I create for people, there are Nigerians who go there, who will study, since you are asked to study and you have to work. But people want to work because they know where they are coming from. So they don't really have time for study. And we have people here who has that brain. They have blessed that brain to deal with all these works, all these assignments and things like that. All I just have to be is the bridge between those who need the service and those who can render it. Everybody's happy. But do I have to go online and start announcing that? Is that something to be announced online? No. You will provide opportunity for people, make them happy. You provide ease for those who are over there. But you know, these are just a way to help each other, not something you should make public. So even if you see such videos, you should question it. And mind you, I won't say, I normally say, when we're in Nigeria and talking about admissions and they will be asking, is it genuine? I said, if you ask someone whether it's genuine, the person will ever tell you that it's not genuine. And you won't throw, it is not illogical to just throw it away as it's fake either. And that is your duty. It's not the duty of anybody. It's not the duty of try to research on it. And thank God, part of research is what you just did by asking questions. Try to find out more on it. How genuine is this thing? You don't conclude whether it's genuine or it is ingenuine. You ask questions. Okay, this side of the world, that laziness to do, even article like library. I can't remember the last time I slept in the library. Article like library say research on the palm of your phone, on your palm, you can research into anywhere in the world. But the time to take, even if or fake news, don't preach against, they don't even need to preach. When someone sends a news, look at it, any link to it, only topic, type the topic into Google and ask about it. Google will bring so many suggestions. Tobari, any suggestion, then know that it's just for the person alone. But how much do we take pain, just little minutes, to go and research on these things before we make any assumption about it? So please, it is not, I'm not saying you should, once all those things are fake, like they are trying to say, not that all those things are fake, you should throw it as fake. But when you see something that you should question it and try to find out about it. Thank you.
Please, let's give him a round of applause. And I think you can take your bow. Yeah. God bless you. I want to sincerely appreciate everybody. The Lord will honor you. You know, while we were planning this program, I said, hey, we said we should book ahead. It's even risky for you to book ahead. Then you now begin to say how much. But do you know what? Since they have told us how much we are going to pay, how much, I want to see, say, so your coming is even an encouragement to me. And the Lord will honor you. The Lord will honor you. And you pay. The Lord will honor you. Látòní lọ mo súre fún yín, ẹ ò ní náwó lórí àìsàn. Ẹ ò ní náwó sí àgọ́ ọlọ́pàá. Ọlọ́run á dẹ̀ gbàdúrà yín. And most of you came because of your children. Wọ́n ní gbókù ọmọ yẹn wá bá yín nílé. And I want to say, I'm going to be here for the next 40 minutes. I'm going to stay for the next 40 minutes. If you know you want to see me, but it has to be something completely different or deeper than what you have said. Come on, say, nǹkan tẹ́ sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan yẹn wá mi tún sọ. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, mo fi Ọlọ́run. Ẹ rántí pé woman being lèmi náà. And yàtọ̀ sí nǹkan tí a jẹ ní, that's the only thing tó wá. Kó mọ̀ dé pé àwọn máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́mọ àdédé dákú wájú rẹ̀. So, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ Ọlọ́run mo fi bẹ̀ yín o. The Lord will help you. So, if you know, and don't tell me story, just go straight to point. So that if there's anything we can do, by the grace of God, we will be willing to help. That's the essence of this thing. We want to help as many as possible, that the Lord can enable us to help, and the Lord will help all of us. God bless you. So in the name of my wonderful staff, come on, everybody come out, all of you. Come out. Ebon, Ife, Peter, Israel. Please come. Come and say hi to wonderful people. Please. These are our konkolo. So, on behalf of all these wonderful people, I want to say the Lord bless you. So these are the member of staff. We have office Temanwa in office Waleko. We have it in Lagos. We have it in Ibadan. This is the person that is in Ibadan. And so we have office in Ile-Ife. And that is why you see me shuttling the thing together. The Lord will make Nigeria better. The Lord will make Nigeria better. And the only way to actually make it better, little thing, come afi assist arawa, shiluwa, olórí la si yan. Ṣùgbọ́n lágbára Ọlọ́run máa fún wa lólórí gidi. Tẹ́ bá jẹ́ ni o. Ọlọ́run á gbàdúrà wa. So, on behalf of all these wonderful people, I want to say thank you. We really appreciate your time. For somebody to sit down later, you really try. I value it. And that is why I feel like pouring out everything to you. The Lord will help you. The Lord will bless you. And I want you, please, on behalf of this organization, I want you to specially help me to thank these wonderful people. My brother is the person who is working with the bank and is the person God has been using to help us. You see, I told him on Thursday, and he said, Daddy, I will be there. And do you know, he even came before I came. The Lord will honor you. My God will honor you. And I believe you all enjoying him. That is Mr. Money. $17 billion. Amen. So, and last but not the least, I want to specially and forever be grateful to this wonderful couple. You see, I can't talk too much on them. So I just want to say, please help me with a wonderful round of applause. She came to Nigeria yesterday, and he came on Wednesday. On Wednesday, in fact, I'm touched. So the Lord will honor you, and I want to especially thank all of you. Tabari nǹkan kan tó ń dùn yín lọ́kàn, nítorí pé wà ń bí òní ní kíní ẹ̀ máa parẹ́. Ọlọ́run á gbàdúrà yín. Till you hear from us again, I want to say God bless you. So let's share the grace in fellowship together as we round everything off. 1, 2, go. The love of God, the fellowship of Holy Spirit, be with us now and forevermore. Amen. Goodness and mercy, loss, all the days of our life. So